It is time to finish Helen's Melons. That is the agenda today. Also, congratulations, May, for being first on the 1st of May. This guy, the one time he claims first is on May Day. Get some kind of May Day parade going. Let's see what events are on. So, right, the soiree is still going. I can see I am in the gross minority of people with better tastes. That's how it works. We have this second battle pass for some reason. Mayday, I'm about to crash. Damn, bro, that's crazy. Anyway, let's do inverse cipher. They gave us puzzle 3. Can I solve the puzzle as I open up today's drink? Today's drink, I've been overdue to drink. This is Bartanera, product of Italy, Moscato d'Asti Doc from 2024. It is a 5% white wine. And yeah, I'm just gonna open it and drink it. We're not drinking too much today. Just enough to have a good time. I debated on even drinking today, but I'm like, yeah, I'll drink today. Anyway, how do you open this thing? You know what? I guess I will open that. Why does Taters want to leave? It's because he's being deported to the Air Force or something around this time of year. I don't freaking know. Something about his date of being drafted, probably. Anyway, I can't open this bottle because I'm retarded. So instead, what we're gonna do is just play the video game. What are we dealing with? We have these Marionette Doll Edgewalker 3. And that's all we got. And we have 2 turns to kill all the guys in here. What does this do? A melee attack, so we're never gonna use this because we can't. And we have active displacement AoE melee. Selects the nearest enemy target and applies elimination guide. The Edgewalker will attack this target. Okay. And gains cloaked at the start of the next turn, teleports to a tile near the target, and deals melee damage equal to that of all enemy targets within a 3x3 tile. Oh! Okay. Okay. So I want my guys to land here, here, and here? Question mark? Okay. Oh, I'm speeding this up. I need to speed this up. If I go here, and then there we, not like that. Like that. There we go. Okay, let's see if this works. And then I just teleport in. Bonk. Uh-oh. Bonk. Damn, bro, that's bonkers. And then now, knife to meet you. Knife to meet you. Can I move? And knife to what? Excuse me. Will you not die, please? Oh, there we go. He died at the very end. I'm like, wait a minute. Why is he not dead? He burned himself alive, that's why. Oh! That's cool. Do I need a bottle opener for this thing? It doesn't look like I would need a bottle opener for this thing. Unless... I'm not used to opening wine bottles. I'm used to opening bottles. You know what? Why don't we take a brief intermission? Opener? I hardly know her. Very cool. Let me just take a knife to this and hope I don't break myself. Let's see. If I cut here... Listen, we are still TOS compliant. I am not doing anything that would endanger myself or others around me. TOS don't do it. Why are you TOS flagging me? That is not... God, why can't I open this? What the fuck? Who designed this? Why? Normally there's a thing that I can just open the bottle with. But no. This shit It gotta keep you on your toe. Thanks. I think I might actually need one of those fancy corkscrew bottle openers. So you know what? Forget it. We're not drinking yet. I'm gonna wait till the Bezos break before we get into that. Let's get back to the video game. Why the heck not? Let's do the soiree. I don't even know if I have one of those fancy bottle openers. Shit. It's fine. Soiree time. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. The Starlight Gala. After long days of preparation, the party finally kicks off. Carefully prepped desserts, the outstanding music, and the lovely performance. All of them are finally on show. Yay! Invite Groza to the open... No! I want to invite my wife.
最近は整理が必要な情報が多くて、カテゴライズするだけでも結構時間かかるんだよね。
So she's busy, but I want to dance with my wife. Soiree sounds right to me. Okay. Leader Ku Klux been watching dance videos recently. I can't help much in this area. I hope Leader's wish will come true. The illusion of choice. They've been hyping up the story. Who do I want to dance with? I talked to the girl I want to dance with, and they won't let me. This is so sad. But the party begins. Here we go.
指揮官。
Commander, the food and drinks are all ready for consumption. I hope you enjoy how the party has been laid out. Thank you for your hard work, Groza. You've done a wonderful job.
指揮官。
Commander, you look super lively today.
プンプン。
You must have prepared a lot for today's party. You're the one who's been excited all night, aren't you? Fun fact, this is a combat-only outfit. So because Lena's dressed like this, she is ready to fight. Okay. Leva especially ironed out her party dress before this. She also put a lot of effort into preparing herself. I'm gonna record every marvelous moment Leva spends at the party.
あら。
I'll be counting on you to do the recording work then, Lena. Let's leave it to me. But first, some yummy food before I move on to officially recording.
いいね。
I'll keep an eye on Lena. Leva, you need to balance work and leisure. I love the blue dress, right? This is one of my favorite dresses. It's... Haters will say it's purple. It's more like a deep violet, I would say. Like just outside of the blue spectrum, but still inside the I love this dress spectrum. Rosa's the one who's been working all this time. Aren't you gonna have some fun?
そう。
I must ensure the party is carried out successfully. This is purple! Rosa, have a good rest and enjoy yourself today.
了解。
Yes, come in. That's an order.
あら。
Yelmo is completely different now for how it started out. We have more friends now, with more arriving each day. Yes, and meanwhile, you've been by my side since the beginning. Commander, you can clearly see her tummy, yes. Would you care to dance?
ありがとう。
I'm honored to receive your invitation. Sweet, she gets the first dance, even though we already did that in her lore. Okay. I take Groza's hand, and the music plays. We step out onto the dance floor. It doesn't make sense, but I love it. Yo, those are the best things, if it doesn't make sense, but you love it anyway. Groza places her hand on my shoulder. Under my guidance, she permits herself to indulge in this rare moment of peace. Hey!
指揮官。
Hey! Do I have to choose between these two? Shit. Commander, we hope that you'll be the first to try a mouthful of the cake G36 and I have made.
ありがとうございます。
We fine-tuned the recipe, and we're sure that you'll be pleased with it. I have faith in Zakero's cooking skills. Just looking at it's making me hungry.
それなら
Cooking is a way of life for us, and also a way for us to
大
relax.
丈夫ですよ。
We all put our feelings into our dishes in order to see the smiles of the faces of the people who eat it.
はい。
Being able to give you even a moment's joy is reward enough for us. No!
そうですね。
Speaking of which, Wawa put quite a bit of effort into cooking
あり
today.
がとうございます。
Please make sure you try her dishes later so you don't disappoint her.
あんたのためなんかじゃないからね。
Only because making the drinks was easy that I had the time to spend on making the other dishes.
おかわりはないからね。
What I made today was only decent. I've got a long way to go before it can be considered perfect.
強いて言うなら
I don't think you'll be disappointed.
大丈夫ですよ。
We've gotten rid of the failed attempts, so please enjoy yourself without worries. No, you haven't. I'm still here. It was delicious. I'm late to the party, but I'm here. That's all that counts. We're not even 15 minutes into the stream. What do you mean? I also can't get the wine bottle open, so skill issue on my part, I guess. I am the opposite of an alcoholic, unable to open this freaking wine bottle, and I hope I don't accidentally end up hurting myself trying to open this shit, because holy moly. It's fine. I'll figure it out eventually. Worst case scenario is we fix it in post. Just get the bottle opener? I hardly know her. I also don't think I have a proper corkscrew wine bottle opener. I'm gonna have to smash this thing on the table. Do not do that. That's around 15 minutes late? No. We get to dance with Helen's Melons! Let's go. Commander, you're the star tonight, so don't waste your time on sampling the food. But that's why I'm here.
誇りに思っています。
It seems you've fully mastered the steps I've taught you. Well, yeah, you blindfolded me. I didn't have a choice. Would you honor me with a dance? No. But since she asked politely, I guess we can indulge her. Helen extends a hand to me and draws me into onto the dance floor. As the music washes around us, we swirl like the steps of a waltz.
あらもう。
Everyone's been looking at you since we began, Commander. We should probably go somewhere else to take a break. Don't do it, it's a trap! Aw, don't be such in a hurry to go.
いいですよ。
Like I said, you're the star of the show today. Can't step off stage whenever you please. I don't want to imagine back pain with the size of the melons. I am finally someone else who does not care for the size of Helen's melons. They're bigger than her head, so she is disqualified.
The other day I was assaulted while labeling merchandise, and could only defend myself with a sticker gun.
Sticker?
Police are looking for a man with a price on his head.
God damn it, Corp. Okay. That one. Well, I told you to step up your jokes, and motherfucker actually did. Oh my god. It would make a great sleeping pillow, though? Oh, no. No, it wouldn't. Helen suddenly draws close and raises my right hand in a skill issue.
指揮官。
Ladies, I believe the commander's ready to take you now. Hey, wait a minute! Rather than wait for an invitation, why not make a move of your own? As I bring out the ocarina. There, I played along to the BGM as best I could.
そうですね。
You just danced, so you must be tired, aren't you? Yeah, I'll dance with
あ
Springfield.
りがとうございます。
However, I'd like to dance with you too. Yeah, sure, why not? Surely you're not tired, are you, Commander? Why are you in a swimsuit? Oh, right, because I put you in a swimsuit. Sure, I'll dance, I guess. The party's only just started. I've been waiting for you all this time. Sharky's careful styling and makeup is all for today's perfect performance.
指揮官。
Hell no, I'm not dancing with that. Get this shit out of my face. No word in private. Get out.
指揮官。
Talking about work is forbidden right now. Sharky wants Commander to enjoy the party.
ご心配なく。
It's not business. Yeah, it's none of your business. Leave.
よし。
It's personal. Yeah, personally out.
あらもう。 まったく。
I mean, there's really only one answer here. It's Springfield time.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you for accepting my invitation, Commander.
そうですね。
At times, being on the Elmo reminds me of when I first opened the cafe.
ありがとうございます。
Back then, I had no idea what I would do in the future.
それなら、
All I wanted was to use my own interest to make a place where I could place my hopes for the future.
よかったです。
It was only when I met everyone that the cafe development truly got on track.
ありがとうございます。
I had found friends who shared my aims and I had a goal I wanted to fulfill. Like the Elmo. Yeah. Out of those three, the only correct answer, possibly the objectively correct answer, yes.
はい。
Yes. After meeting you, I realized that a place to put my hopes might not necessarily be a fixed location. Anyway, I'm still sick and my head's killing me, so have fun streaming. I'll sleep here once again. If your head's killing you, you have come to the worst stream on Twitch. You do realize I have a plethora of musical instruments, some of which I can play better than others. And I'm loud as fuck by default. I haven't even started drinking yet because I don't think I can physically drink this bottle. I might just put this bottle away and just grab the Jägermeister. Not as loud as Ness 1229. We don't talk about Ness 1229. Them's fighting words.
もちろんです。
I just have heavy headaches as opposed to light headaches. I'd be just the place where an important person is. It's you! Holy shit, your eyes are kiwis. I've never looked into your eyes before, but now I can see your eyes are just kiwis. That's it. You have organic eyes.
指揮官、
Just as Sekiro will always be there, we will always be by your side. Ever? I liked your... Motherfucker, autism, I can't do eye contact. Okay, real talk. In this exact situation, were I standing in front of a girl, speaking with her, my eyes would be fixated right here, to the left. Failing that, I usually go to the right, around here. This is where I'm always looking. I default to the left. I'm more comfortable looking slightly to the left of them. I mean, Taters, you've seen me talk to you. You know my eyes are always fixated right here when I try to talk to someone. It's never here. It's always here. Or here. And failing that, sometimes I go over here. Sometimes I mix it up and I look at the ceiling like Hikaru Nakamura, chess grandmaster. But yeah, my eyes are everywhere but the person I'm talking to. And honestly, it doesn't seem like people really mind it, which I'm very thankful for.
それなら、
Forever? Okay. I recorded it all! Man, you recorded my eye contact? Shit. You really are super popular, Commander!
指揮官、
I'm up next, aren't I, Commander? Let's go for a waltz. Yeah, sure, I'll waltz with you.
あ
Ah, you're so sneaky! Well, since Leva stole a march on me, I guess I'll be
ー
next.
は
I'll wait patiently until it's my turn. いい子だね. You probably won't be the only one waiting.
あ
Wait a minute! Are you telling me all those people have been eyeing up the commander since just now we're all waiting for him? In that case... Lena suddenly skips up to me, and before I can respond, she takes up my hand and hooks my little finger with her own in a pinky promise. Okay, legally speaking, a contractual obligation done via force or duress is not legally binding. So this doesn't count.
プンプン。
Once you've danced with Leva, you'll dance with me, okay?
あ
It's a promise. No, it's not. Not legally binding. I win! I get Midnight Feast. Let's equip the Midnight Feast. How do I equip the Midnight Feast? The soiree is over. Let's leave the soiree. Okay. What button do I press? It is, I keep forgetting, F4? Okay, then I go here. I got this. And we got Midnight Feast. Yeah! Furniture! That actually looks pretty decent. I like how that turned out. Very nice. Hey, look! Everybody's wife is in the shot. Wonderful. Wait, if I do this. There. Better. Now everyone's wife is in the shot. This is perfect. But since I'm the commander, let's go back. Okay. Well, that was the soiree. The soiree is over. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's see what the results of the soiree were. Oh, sweet. Stamina. Let me claim the stamina. And then let me blow the stamina all on probably... Alright. So I picked the best option, but it seems most people don't know what the fuck they're doing. So that's understandable. Anyway, let me go ahead and burn all this stamina before it expires. In blueprint analysis, because why not? It turns out that the weapon leveling takes the most resources. And let's just head back here. We anti-parallel. We'll do the cat cafe later, but I want to do at least one story node. We have to fight her again? Shit. How the fuck do you... Chiaroscuro. Okay. A looping illusion of delusion, inescapably linked to deeper influence. I don't know what that means, but okay. Wife. Back when she worked at the nursing home, Dushevnaya always loved listening to the elderly residents telling stories of their youth. Wait, she worked at nursing? Okay. One particular word seemed to come up and up again. Home. Without her even realizing it, this word took root in the deepest part of Dushevnaya's heart, turning into a fervent desire. She yearned for a place of belonging, where she would never be abandoned. A long time after meeting the commander at Griffin, she believed that she had found the home she belonged to her. So the home Dushevnaya longed for has also become the future that Helen desired most. She opens her eyes once more, finds herself in that familiar scene again. Helen looks at the bag of fresh vegetables in her hand, at the familiar door before her. She lets out a soft chuckle. Hey yo, this is the trailer for the event.
私のメンタルの奥深くまで入ってくるなんて面白いお客さんね。ここは私にとっての家であり、一番馴染み深い場所。ここではあなたに勝ち目はありません。
Home field advantage, pun intended.
ただいま。
Helen announces it like a declaration of sovereignty to an unseen enemy, saying the same phrase as she always does. Setting aside her sliver of wariness toward Cocoon, Helen smiles and pushes open the door she had opened countless times in the space of her own neural cloud. Hey, it's me! The commander looks up and gives her a gentle smile, just as always.
今夜はボルシチですよ。
Borscht? What even is that?
すぐ出来上がるので、それまでゆっくり休んでてくださいね。
Don't act like a wife. Deftly trying on her apron, she neatly lays out the ingredients and starts to process them. Helen immerses herself in cooking while still keeping an eye on any changes in changes in the space around her. Ayo, she's playing one of those indie surreal horror games where you have to spot the anomalies, like the Exit 8 or something like that.
どこから現れるのかしら。手に持った食材、それとも部屋の隅っこから。
He's alert.
どんなにリセットされても、ここだけは影響されなかった。それだけ私にとって大事な場所。
Don't say that, it might get wiped! Helen continues to cook as countless theories pass through a neural cloud, wearing the same relaxed, gentle smile she always does.
指揮官、ぬいちゃんはどうですか？最近訓練を頑張っていて、1位を取りたいなんて言ってるんですよ。指揮官？
Uh-oh. Receiving no reply, Helen turns to look. The next instant, she sees the lifeless figure lying on the sofa. The smile on Helen's lips freezes in an instant. Right then, she hears the sound of another person's footsteps inside the room.
敵。
Uh-oh. Helen hurries after the footsteps, only to find Dushevnaya collapsed on the floor. The curtain stirs. A blurry figure flashes past the balcony. The enemy's still around. Helen rushes to the balcony, desperate to chase down the murderer. What greets her is the enemy's sudden counterattack. An immense force of impact engulfs Helen in an instant. Her body's paralyzed for a moment. The face of the murderer that should have appeared before her is conveyed by a veil of darkness. Every action she takes seems to be stopped by the crushing darkness, while Helen feels is herself falling, collapsing uncontrollably within her neural space. Uh-oh.
こんな奥深くまで改ざんできるっていうの。
Uh-oh. Her consciousness returns. Helen gasps for breath, finding herself still standing in the room. The scene before her is the same as before. Ding dong. The familiar doorbell rings once more.
ただいま。
Helen's neural cloud feels as though it's frozen solid.
この声はさっきの私。
Time loop? Helen tries to walk to the door, only to find she has no control over her frame. She's now a spectator, as if she's a guest in someone else's base layer. She watches herself leave this area and enter the room. She watches Dushivnaya look up and run toward her, only to be dismantled by her own hands. She watches herself walk expressionlessly to the commander. Corrupted code makes the entire space shift in an instant. The faces belonging to the commander and Dushivnaya become blurred beyond recognition.
いや、ありえない。何があっても私がヌイちゃんや指揮官を傷つけるようなことはしない。
I know, man, hacking can do anything.
ここが私のメンタルじゃないなら話は別だけど、私の認知をもとに再構築されたデータ、もはや私たちへの愚弄ね。
Uh-oh. Helen frowns at the events unfolding before her, even though she knows that this place is a fabrication. Watching herself commit acts that betray her own will still makes her stomach churn. Ding dong. It's like the quietest doorbell. The doorbell rings again. The same familiar setting returns. Helen stands in the room, gazing at the space that she has created. This is the home she always longed for, the core region of her neural cloud base layer. Countless enemies have attempted an invasion in the past, but she had the power to crush them every time. For now, the enemies dragged her into this space, making her believe, at the start, that it was her own base layer. Be it Dushivnaya or her treasured commander, the enemy merely constructed a framework of them, and modified them using Helen's data and memories as a template.
そんなに私を真似したいなら、これはどうかしら。
Uh-oh. Helen attacks! Everything familiar before her dissolves into nothing in an instant. Warm lighting, the comfortable sofa, the commander's smile, Dushivnaya's silhouette. Everything disintegrates and scatters amid violent shaking, ultimately merging into a single new, pure white silhouette.
人のメンタルをコピーして戦場に作り変えて、ぶしつけではありませんか？それともこれがあなたの趣味ですか？いいえ、むしろこの手で徹底的に消し去りたい余計なデータです。
Bruh.
DP12。
Wait! Wait, that only confirms it! She's a copy!
私を探していた原因、コロナホール計画ですか？
Project Coronal Hole? It's Cocoon! Cocoon is the coronal hole!
それに参加した記憶は私にはありませんが、現状を見るに私のデータの一部があなたに植え付けられたのではないでしょうか。噂に聞く第三世代人形がこんなくだらない形で誕生していたの。
Holy shit! Faced with the doll's provocation, Cocoon maintains a composed smile.
創造者は私たちは他とは違うと言ってい
A
ます。
creator? Tyler the creator?
素体の構造もメンタルも第二世代人形とは雲泥の差です。
We are distinct even though you share memories?
優れた第二世代人形のデータは私たちのメンタルを構築する基本となりますが、
But it can't be wiped because it's a core memory.
それがあなたは DP12 は私に消しがたい烙印を残
So that's why she...
し、
Okay.
あなたと会って確信しました。あなたの抱く執念の正体はあの指揮官です。
What if we reverse brainwash her to make her believe that the memory is good? So we get 2 DP12s and then Cocoon becomes playable.
私が忘れまいとあらゆる手を尽くして残した情報、それがこうも他人に影響を与えてしまうなんて。
You're transferring memories.
ねえ、コクーンさん。
Lady. I have a habit of referring to certain girls as lady. It is, in a way, my way. For me, it is the female equivalent of saying my brother in Christ.
私のメンタルにこびりついたものをすべて消し去ります。あなたも含めて。
Uh-oh. Well, I guess we're fighting, but also wait. There's like no one here. Withstand the boss's attack. Okay, but you don't mind if we kill her, right? Ice team, go. Let's bring in Ro. And let's bring in... What are you weak to? Shotgun? Yeah, you know what? Let's bring in Lotta. Shit. Alright, I guess we're just bringing in Ro. Sorry, Helen. Actually, wait, let's do this. There we go. Yay, we get to see the animation again! Gun. Very cool. Alright, it's time to fight. I forgot to turn on animations. Let me fix that. That is the one thing that transfers between mobile and PC, is the setting of viewing animations or not. So, I have that off when I'm on mobile, just because most of the time I'm on mobile, I'm autoing shit, and it makes the auto go faster if the animations don't play. It also saves phone battery and processing. But on PC, give me the animations. I like the animations. The team put in good work for these animations. So why not watch the animations? Hey, we get Helen animation. We get standard Helen animation because she's mandatory for this level. Very cool. I do like that they integrate the characters in the story with the level you're doing as a mandatory character. Even if you don't have the character, they just force you to use it. I might have been able to swap out this Helen with another one, but I know they gave us a Helen that's good enough for the story. Hey, yo, hold up. What are these tiles? I guess we'll never know. Calmly but precisely manipulating a powerful data stream, Cocoon closes in on Helen within the neural space. However, as the distance shrinks, Cocoon finds that her movements are growing sluggish. Inside the base later, a massive flood of redundant data appears to attempt joining her processing queue. It relentlessly tears at the computational space she had perfectly planned, trying to occupy it. Bruh, get distracted. You can switch them out, or if someone else has them, well, no gold for you today, even though I've been using your gorilla fervently. Everything has to pass through you, so if an alarm passes through you, so does my hack. Lamau can't process this, pants grab. Yay! Go attack her. Oh no, my gold. Whatever will I do now that I've lost 1,000 out of my 5 million gold? Yo, 5 million, gang. 'Tis the end of the world. Leaving record. Yo! She's using the stones to destroy the stones! This is wonderful! When doing dirty dealings, you need to deal dirtier. Lamau, get outplayed using your own system. Get wiped. Get wiped! Alarms continue to blare. Meanwhile, Helen's attacks grow more ferocious in level 2. First time since the confrontation began, the thought of retreat crosses Cocoon's mind. Cocoon regards the enemy before her coldly. Weighing her options, she ultimately chooses to withdraw. Fucking Fire Emblem, goddammit! If Blue Sphere were here to provide cover right now, she could just slip into Magni Security's intel archives, alter the data, and check what's going on. But as Helen pointed out, no matter how much she modifies the data at this point, traces of tampering will inevitably remain. Limiting DP-12 in her current circumstances would endanger her actual mission, something more important to attend to. Shelving her clash with Helen for the time being, Cocoon rapidly pulls data from the intel archives and begins mass-scale deletions and alterations. In Helen's room, Mathilda carefully props the doll up into a sitting position, calling her name softly. She loaded Dushevnaya's neural clouds 2 minutes ago, and completed a preliminary check. She has already checked this neural cloud. She's certain that the backup's intact. But whether Dushevnaya can really recover, and what state she'll recover to, remains uncertain. That still makes her nervous. Thankfully, the doll finally opens her eyes after what feels like an eternity. She's alive! Mathilda excitedly grabs the doll's arm, but the doll just stares at her in bewilderment. Don't you dare say who's Helen. Ali? Okay. This is fine. You didn't say who's Helen, so we're back. The doll looks around in confusion. Mathilda gently takes her hand, trying to pull her to her feet. Wait. Are you sure? This backup might be from Griffin.
DP-12 を探しにマグニセキュリティに潜入したんです。覚えていますか?
Looking into the doll's still bewildered eyes, Mathilda presses a frustrated hand to her forehead.
このバックアップは古すぎた。詳しいことは後で話すので、とにかく今は逃げ。
残念ながらそういうわけには参りません。
Uh-oh! Mathilda snaps her head towards the source of the voice. Standing in the doorway is a pink-haired doll, studying the room's occupants with evident amusement. Getting a pair of eyes that share a gaze eerily similar to Helen's, Mathilda freezes for a moment. Cocoon smiles and steps closer. Mathilda springs to her feet and spreads her arms wide, placing herself between Dushevnaya and Cocoon. But Cocoon pays Mathilda no mind. Her gaze pierces straight through her and lands on the bewildered doll sheltered behind her. As she sees Dushevnaya, the icy smile on Cocoon shifts unexpectedly, giving way to one that almost feels gentle, yet obviously deeply unsettling.
やっと会えたわね、KSVK。
何時は？
私よ。ヘレンよ。
No! No! You're gonna trick her! A sense of familiarity draws Dushevnaya towards Cocoon on instinct. Bang! Uh-oh. Bullets strike the floor near Cocoon's feet without warning, halting her approach. Nikita pushes the door and enters, raising her gun at Cocoon coldly.
第三世代人形コクーンに告げる。直ちに抵抗をやめろ。
Cocoon glances back at Nikita with a dismissive, light scoff. He then turns back, steps forward, walking smoothly towards Dushevnaya, completely ignoring the gun Nikita has trained on her from behind.
リセットされても覚えているわよね。
ヘレン。惑わされないでください。仲間は私たちです。
Man, she's gonna pick her! No!
今のあなたのメンタルは何年も前のものです。一緒に帰れば最新のものと同期できますから。
Dushevnaya looks at Bathilda next to her, then back at Cocoon, who's still approaching. She was awakened by this doll called Bathilda just moments ago. Despite her repeated insistence that they are companions, residual commands in her backup tell her she should still be inside Magna Security, carrying out her duties. The pink-haired doll's frame looks nothing like Helen, yet her voice and manner of speaking are strikingly similar to the Helen buried deep in her memory.
家のこと覚えているかしら。
No! No, you can't! That's not fair! Those aren't your memories!
私たちと指揮官しかいない小さな部屋。
Cocoon's words are like a key, instantly unlocking Dushevnaya's long-sealed memories. But now she's caught between a companion with a deathly familiar bearing and a doll who claims to be a companion from her future. Dushevnaya wavers, falling into confusion.
我はあなたはいつも捨てられないようベストを尽くしてきたわね。
No!
指揮官と
No!
の再会に備えて ただひたすら強さを求めてきた。
God, this is like Evo levels of competitive gaslighting. Jesus fucking Christ.
違う。ウノはヘレンではない。
Nice!
お互い素体は変わったけれど、メンタルバックアップに間違いがあるわけないでしょ。
The scales begin to tip. Yushinaya slowly lowers her weapon. No!
私と一緒に来て。一緒に指揮官を探しに。
ああ、指揮官を。
God damn it. Hesitation drains from Dushavnaya as soon as the commander is mentioned. The spirit lifts in an instant.
惑わされないでください。彼女は敵です。本物のヘレンさんはすぐここに来るはずです。
よそ者の言葉に耳を貸す必要はないわ。
Bruh.
このヘレンさんのふりをするな。
Matilda's fury finally boils over. She roars and pulls the trigger, lighting up the room with muzzle flashes. But Cocoon doesn't even move her feet. She simply watches the white-haired doll quietly as Bathilda bullets graze past her, not a single one hitting its target.
ほら、ぬいちゃん。
Bruh, she got that stormtrooper accuracy. The same composed smile remains on Cocoon's face, as though Bathilda's assault were nothing more than an inconsequential, harmless bit of entertainment. Ignoring Bathilda's protests, Dushavnaya approaches Cocoon, who reaches out to stroke her hair. Feels just like before. She remembers the countless days and nights curled up in Helen's arms, listening to Helen's exciting stories.
ヘレンに似ている。
No, it's an imposter! Cocoon's hand moves slowly downward from Dushavnaya's forehead, and as if by accident, covers her eyes. She then lifts her head to face Bathilda and Nikita, who cannot do anything about all this. Flashes them a provocative smile of victory.
時間がないわ。一緒にここを離れましょう。
Oh my god. Footsteps rapidly approach the doorway. Bathilda turns to look and finally sees the blue-haired doll rushing towards them.
私の仲間を話してくれますか、コクーンさん。
ヘレン。
Get duped! Get duped! Get absolutely bamboozled! Flabbergasted even! Bruh. The story's boiling up, which means we're going to the cat cafe! Zakero Cat Cafe, let's go! We don't have cat cam. My cat decided not to bug me. I mean, well, she's done bugging me. Okay. VIP's request, make long fu tea, and satisfaction 50%. I can do that. Oh, it's Lewis! Wow, are you manning the counter today, Commander? I finally get to try the Commander's artisanal blend. I want 2 cups, one to have here, and one to bring back to the crew deck. Sure, what'd you like, Lewis? I want Oasis breakfast tea. Wonderwall? Okay. Anyway, let's... Bonnie, what are you doing? Nuts? We got D's? Okay. And then this guy wants... What are these drinks? Why do they suddenly feel different from last time? With D's, and we got that as well. Oh, this one needs to be hot with a double tea. Oh, crap. Okay. Wait, I messed it up because I'm dumb. Okay. He wants the water, double coffee, and then that thing on top. Cool. Up next, hot milk with double coffee. And one of those. Okay. Let's do this. Crap, no Bruh. I can't believe they've done this. This is truly the of all time. We get 2 of the green tea. Nuts? You want D's? Okay. Well, I win. Because I'm just that good at this game. It's the same familiar taste, the same familiar feeling, and of course, the same familiar professor. The professor, you say? Are you thinking about your days on the cloud server again? Yep. After all, they were precious and unforgettable memories. I've recorded all those moments with you in my neural cloud, from my time on the cloud server to my days aboard the Alamo. While the cloud server wasn't the same as the real world, the adventures we had and the feelings we experienced, all of them were real. Fucking, how many Blade Runner references are we gonna do today? Oh my god. It's just like my dolls. They can't substitute for real people, but if they can give others comfort and joy, then they have value. I like how the doll has dolls. All of them. I'm sorry. I ended up talking about all kinds of stuff before I realized it. You must think I'm terribly long-winded, don't you? Not at all. In fact, I'm very happy to hear how you feel about these things. I have a friend who is slowly opening up to me finally. She's very concerned about over-yapping, and I insist, lady, that's why I'm here. Yap. That's what we do. We yap to each other. That's how it works. And then she was yapping at me today, and she caught herself yapping, and I'm all like, yes, this is a good thing. Why'd you stop? I knew you'd understand me, Commander. You were always like this in the Oasis, Commander. Gentle, caring, and perceptive. That must be why you managed to recreate the flavor from your tea back then. Although, you were apparently pretty bad at domestic tasks and couldn't cook at all. Hey, yo, literally me? I'm pretty sure I did cook from time to time, right? At the very least, I managed to get the taste of the tea, right? It's okay. You don't need to force yourself to cook. I'll make sure I take good care of you. Alright, I'll be counting on you. Thanks. Very cool. Is there unlockables over here? Oh, not yet. Meanwhile, in the diary, yay, we get points. Oh, wow. We're almost at more points. Let's continue with the Cat Cafe Rush. Complete Bunny's request? Commander, I'd like a drink, please. Did I freeze? Excuse me? I think my OBS might have frozen. Oh, no, I think we're back. Yeah, we're back. Okay. I'd like a drink, please. Someone bumped me on I dropped my coins. I can't pick them all up. There's too many people. Strange. I thought I heard Sakura's voice just now. Oh no, she's struggling. Oh, hi, this is my place. Please don't cut in front of me. Oh, okay. Is that you, Sakura? Would you like a drink? The commander noticed me. I'd like a cherry berry fizz, please. Thank you, Commander. Okay. And let's go ahead and that is a milk and double coffee. Very cool. I'm back. Okay. That's fine. I will investigate this after this little minigame. And Krolik wants her. How come Bunny Girl didn't get her dialogue? We don't get bunny dialogue? That's okay. We don't need that. Bunny-kini. The bunny-kini? The banini? Bunny-me? Excuse? Oh, I messed it up because they want water first and then this. Understandable. Have a great day. Alright, let's get these nuts and these nuts. Nice. Then water, these nuts, and these coffee. How you want that? Ice, double water, and fruit? Okay, that's not necessarily strawberry. Well, oh, that is. It's cherry berry. Hey, we got Seeker 4. Neat, and another cat. Let's see what's over at the Cat Administrator. To the Meow Mart. Let's go ahead and get Prankster. Or Foxy Prankster, okay. As well as Inventor. Okay. Oh, hey, it's the Tater's Wife cat. Nice. Let's see, who goes where? We want Inventor to be the Barista cat. And... hold on. Who do I want more? You know what? It's the Douche of Daya event. We're leaving Hero here. That was good! Take it easy now, don't choke. Don't worry, nobody's gonna rush you. But someone was cutting in the queue just now. I wouldn't have been able to get this if I hadn't hurried. You have a point. Next time you want a drink, you can place an order online. Good already set up a call number system, so you can skip the queue and come directly to the counter to collect it next time. Huh? I can actually do that? That's like VIP level express service. It's a simple pre-ordering function. However, is it me or do you seem to have a special liking for cherry berry fizz? Because it has cherries in it? Well, not really. Although that is part of the reason. Some deliveries can be really hard to complete. Or there was one run where I had to avoid fire roadblocks and pass through Elid-infested areas. And even after all that, the packaging got nicked. The customer chewed me out on the spot and left a complaint on the platform, which got me slapped with a penalty. In the end, the money I spent on gas and ammo was more than my delivery fee. Well, that was totally unfair. Yeah, I was this close to crying back then. But then, one of my colleagues bought me a cherry berry fizz. She said that she hoped it would cheer me up. She also said that while we couldn't decide on what happened to us, we could decide how we felt about it. Oh my god, how many times do I have to see this shit? Like, we can't... This reminds me of that Northern Lion clip. The most confusing motivational speech ever. Part of it was, you cannot change anything this world, you can only change your reaction to it, or some shit like that. After I tried that sweet and sour and fizzy feeling, it perked me up right away, and I fell in love with it. Well, that's what happened. Baseballs? Huh? I'm getting my friends to say baseball, huh? And I feel like I'm entering territory that's like, wait, baseball, huh? Let's try a coffee carnival and then see how long this 3 minutes and 20 seconds lasts before we take our first Bezos break. There we go. Oh, you want your cherry berry fizz, lady? One cherry berry fizz coming up from my Sakura. Let's go. You want your tea, lady? Yeah, we can do that. Get the nuts and the acorn. Okay. And then you want your hot water coffee, this thing? Okay, there you go, Lynn. And up next is a tea, water, coffee. Yeah, I can do that. Up next is another tea, water, coffee. Easy clap. Not even trying. Hot milk, coffee. Easy clap. Thanks, Springfield. You want tea, D's, and then acorn. Okay. Wait, he wants more. He wants water, nuts, and one coffee. Understandable, have a great day. Oh, crap. I need to refill that. I like how casual this mode is, but at the same time, it's still just enough that you kind of gotta pay attention to what you're doing. Okay, we go water, D's, nuts, double milk, velvet latte. Okay, you were just here. Wow, Krolik thirsty. Yeesh. But I guess bunny, it's rabbit season? Question mark? Not my kind of rabbit season, but that works. And what's next? You want a hot water, double coffee. I'm getting better at the Viennese coffee because it changes. And then hot water, double coffee, and then, see? Easy clap. Easy clap. Water, coffee. Make sure it's iced with one of those. Ooh. Another ice water, double coffee. Coming right up. And a hot milk, double coffee with each cake. Easy. No, it's duck season. Understandable, have a great day. Double milk coffee. Did you just order 2 of those? No. You ordered the opposite of that, which is a single milk double coffee. Crap, I forgot to make the coffee in my coffee shop. How could this have happened to me? I've made my mistake. Life goes on as I'm fading away. But wait, there's more. Grab this and a coffee. Oh. Okay, right. That's what happens if you somehow miss that. They'll wait for you, I guess. Look at that. Double coffee. Oh, it has to be iced. Nice. I didn't forget. Hot milk. Double. Grab that. Easy clap. Akada's coming up. And her cherry berry fizz. Nice. That was nice and quick. Coffee. Easy clap. Thanks for these easy orders, fellas. And nuts. Nuts are hot water. Yep. Oh, since I know Linda's coming, that's basically all I need to... Ah! Wrong button. My buttons, please. How long is this 3 minutes? Excuse me? This has got to be more than 3 minutes. I've been going at it. I might watch the VOD just to see if I'm being time fucked over here. I feel like... ain't no way. There ain't no way. No way this can be freaking only 3 freaking minutes. Another one? Man, that's like the most popular beverage here is the Viennese coffee. Can you like order less stuff? I clicked that button. Eesh. Tough crowd. Okay, and water, these nuts, and these coffee. Water, coffee. Milk, coffee. Nice, I got that off in time. No, I'm out of milk! This is so sad. I missed the milk. We'll figure it out. No, I missed the water because... Ugh. I see the ice cube and I think, oh yeah, ice, that's just water. It'll be water in time. It's like a hat in time, but it's like watered down. That made no sense. Okay, ice, water, and 2 of those, okay. Classic cold brew as opposed to an advanced cold brew. Okay, the opposite probably isn't advanced, it's... I don't know, what would be the opposite of that? We'll fix it in post. Hot water, double coffee with the cream, very cool. Oh, there's 2 teas! There's a recipe that requires 2 teas?! That's cheating! Water, D's, coffee. Okay, water, D's, coffees. Understandable, have a great day. Yup, milk, coffee. Is this how it's like working at Starbucks? Probably not. I'm sure there's a lot more Karens working at Starbucks. You know, Starbucks is a scam. All you need to do... okay, more specifically, the Starbucks drive-thru is a scam. You never have to go to the drive-thru. It is objectively faster to just walk in and order what you want. They'll get you out the door much quicker. Every time I drive past a Starbucks and see a long line of cars outside, knowing that if they just parked their ass and walked in, they would be getting their coffee, like, instantly. But no! We live in a society where there are people in the world. Truly the. Another one? These two, huh? Okay. Wait, bro, like, what happened to your regular ass drinks? Ass drinks. Oh, I failed. I refuse to go to Starbucks, kinda mess shit up. Yeah. That was 7 minutes! That was 7 minutes! Sales time was not 3 minutes, that was 7 minutes, because I had like 7 minutes before Basil's break. By the way, it's time for a Basil's break. When we come back, I will have an alcoholic beverage. Whether or not it is this wine is to be determined, but we are finishing Helen's Melons today. Until then, don't watch the ads, and I might be gone for a little longer than 3 minutes. No! Don't cheer! Let's go gambling on standard banner! It didn't work, but it's fine. By the way, I got myself some Jägermeister. I quickly scoured my kitchen for a proper wine opener. I do not have one. So I think when I visit my parents' house tomorrow, I'm just gonna borrow theirs. It's fine. All of these dang it's. Bro could not open his drink. It's fine! I'm doing a lot tomorrow, so I don't want to be hungover. I'm just sipping. My wife! Sipping my wife. Let's go. My wife has been sipped? Question mark? Look at this wife. Bruh. I just thought of the meanest thing to say. It's okay, I don't have a Twitter, but I can't get canceled. Basically, she's the perfect woman because she can't speak. I'm not the comedians make that joke. Let's continue the story. Okay. Bruh. Okay, separate ways. Hey, yo, we have to fight her again? How many times do we have to fight her? I guess we... Okay. Ooh. This is kind of pretty until you realize that this entire bit here is her melon. Okay. Well, it's time for the penultimate stage of the Helen's Melons event. Okay, you could put the cork into the bottle. I mean, I need one of those drill openers. Waiter, I'll have another cocoon fight. Fight this cocoon grab. OMG, that's Mossy Nugget. I love Mossy Nugget, she's nice. I did her lore and it was actually really cute. You can check what those tile effects are now? Not if I forget! Helen, who appears before Yushavnaya, stirs in an indelible sense of familiarity etched into the depths of her neural cloud. It compels her to instinctively take a huge step towards Helen. Yet a cold hand seizes her from behind. Yushavnaya turns. She sees Cocoon's face, wearing that same gentle smile that left no room for debate. Competitive gaslighting. Competitive gaslighting here. This girl is so fucking... Oh my god. Bruh. Gaslighting? That's fire. Matilda blurts out a retort on reflex, only to catch herself halfway. Hey yo! Realizing she nearly exposed the commander at the doll community's location, she swallows the rest of her words with bitter regret and shoots Cocoon an intense glare. Bruh. Your memories are outdated! Sensing Yushavnaya's renewed hesitation, Cocoon releases her grip. Instead, she gives Yushavnaya's shoulder a light push with her fingertip. A gesture so gentle, yet carrying such a venomous lie. Oh my god. Bruh! Cocoon's voice is like an enchanting spell, steadily encroaching on Yushavnaya's mind. Hey yo, we get a special CG for this? Okay, this just emphasizes her chest armor. Understandable. I like this. This is nice. Helen's voice, clear and resolute, cuts through the web of confusion that Cocoon wove. Bruh. Helen's gaze passes through all, reaching Yushavnaya. Helen's eyes hold no reproach, only a tender sense of sorrow, a gaze woven from sentiment so complex that no words could describe it, even though the text is describing it right now.
私たちのこれからの居場所は私自らの手で作る。
She's trying to get the past. We're carving a new future, baby! The moment these words leave her lips, Helen launches another electronic warfare attack on Cocoon. Though her processing power is seriously low by now, she has a number of good companions by her side. Ignoring Dushavnaya, who's still standing in front of Cocoon, Mathilda and Nikita launch a simultaneous assault from both sides, performing a perfect pincer attack. Crave these pants? Grab? I'm not wearing pants, dude. Dushavnaya wants to stop both attacks on instinct, but Nikita's icy words pin her in place.
デュシェーブナイ、もし自分のことをマグニセキュリティの人形だと思っているのならよく聞け。公務執行妨害に当たる行為は裏切りとみなす。
And she knows that better than anyone. Oh, man.
裏切り者、そう思われてしまえば指揮官への道が途絶える。
Oh, man. Oh, hi, Cocoon. Again. Have you made up your mind yet? I don't know. Don't hesitate anymore. She's hiding. But we clearly... Perhaps there's another solution to the problem we're facing. Uh-huh. But I think the lady before you won't give you much longer to ponder the issue. She has a mole on her back. I never noticed that. Is it still there with the other outfit? I'll have to inspect that later. The right to choose is in your hands. Who should I believe? Just do as I say, KSVK. Oh, we're gonna kill her. Alright, so these two are in place. Okay. Right. They're forcing me to use my KSVK. And we're gonna use... Taters is Helen. We also know that... Where is she? I'm an idiot. Who else is here? Oh, right. She's not an ice doll. She's a water doll. We know that Bubaneshka is here. And we also know that, last but certainly not least, is Bathilda. Is also here. Very cool. Everyone is here. We can have a fifth. Who do I want to bring along as a fifth? Who wants some screen time? Let's see. Since we picked her last time, why don't we pick Springfield? We can have Springfield. No, we already picked Springfield. I did her lore recently, so we're gonna actually use Ksenia. I never picked Ksenia until now, when we picked Ksenia. Understandable. Have a great day. Let us commence forth. Okay, I do really like the musical transitions and the gun. I like the gun. Okay, what do these do? Decryption. Damage taken by allied units on this tile is increased by 50%, and damage dealt is increased by 50%. Oh, I like that. That's like a no-guard situation. Increases damage dealt and received. At the end of the action, ally units on this tile take 3 points of stability damage. Cannot be overwritten by other tiles. Okay. Well, my stability is always at 0 anyways, because I'm the kind of motherfucker that just spams close combat and calls it good. Mark's Cocoon's Room. The fuck is Mark's Cocoon's Room? Why is it written like that? Are these what are generating the tiles? It doesn't matter. Ladies, nuts on your mouth. Okay. And with that... I got a big day tomorrow. It's the last race of the season at the local racetrack. Close combat sounds kinky. It's a Pokemon reference. It's fine. But tomorrow, last race of the season. And for the last race, I like to buy a box of donuts for the racetrack and arrive early and commemorate the last race. I think it's gonna be a fun time. And then afterwards, going out to lunch And Pokemon? Sorry, I don't know what that is. That's okay. They are a shell of their former selves. I mean, they've always been... I really want to say that Pokemon is not the first instance of selling the same thing twice. But they are definitely the most notable that got it off the ground as a business model, which I am so glad hasn't fucking caught on with anything else. And I think the only reason it hasn't caught on is because people are privy to it, and it's like, bleh. Oh, we win. Watching Helen, Nikita, Bathilda, and Cocoon clash without end, Douche of Naya's mind descends into unprecedented, messy chaos. Even now, she still racks her mind, trying to figure out which doll is the DP-12 she knows. The doll called Bathilda was telling the truth, then the doll community is her place of belonging now. But in her neural cloud has no records of that place right now. She doesn't even understand her apparent reason for coming here in the first place. To find Helen, whom she had lost contact with long ago. Gentle, strong, forever a guardian of everything. The DP-12 who always stood behind her, always watching alongside her. Now, two dolls, both eerily similar, stand before her. The right choice will be made this time. The instinct within her heart must be followed. Even though she is now different from who she once was, the dependence and trust from before are etched into the depths of her neural cloud. It is an instinct, the one and only Helen that she has always relied on and looked up to. Pokemon, you got summoned? Hey, welcome back. She's gonna choose! Never give up! Vishvnaya steadies her thoughts. Her gun swings around, locking onto the imitation! The bullet tears through the air, shattering the tension of the battle. Can't sleep? Well, you've come to the wrong place. I will keep you awake, and that is a problem. The sudden attack does not deal Cocoon a fatal blow, but it does graze her cheek. You missed! Does she have like a bullet deflector? I hardly know her. You'd never mistake her. You almost did! You almost did! Douche of Naya's eyes blaze with conviction. This time, she runs toward Helen of her own accord. Ayo, she drives a Honda Accord? Drink? I'm already drinking! Watching Douche of Naya run to her, Helen realizes that the scene she longed for all those years just happened right before her instant, despite the time difference. Oh my god! Okay, that's it. That calls for water, actually. It's water time. Water! Thank you for the waters. Water? I hardly know. Douche of Naya's neural cloud never got wiped. She wasn't too late. Helen never had to watch Douche of Naya leave her under the pressure of pursuers. Past dissolves like smoke.
DP-12, Helen.
Helen smiles gently, then answers Douche of Naya the same way she always does. Douche of Naya grabs Helen's hand. They spring to the helipad amidst the unending alarms. Cocoon watches them flee. She breaks into an icy smile, then begins walking in the same direction as them. A wave of gunfire blocks off Cocoon's path. Nikita and Bathilda rain fire on Cocoon almost simultaneously. Nikita gives Bathilda a nod during Cocoon's momentary holdup. Hey, he isn't drinking alcohol? I am! I'm just also drinking water because you guys redeemed the water and I don't have tea on me, so I'm drinking water instead. Bathilda runs after Douche of Naya and Helen, covered by Nikita. The alarms inside Magni Security continue to blare relentlessly, as an endless number of mechanical sentries surge to Cocoon's position. He's not... God damn it. I'll drink to that. Cocoon attempts to break free, but Nikita's gunfire locks down her movements.
マグニセキュリティのデータセンターに侵入して情報を改ざんした者の確保。
She's following orders.
彼女たちは任務と関係ない。仮に敵だとしても指示がなければ私に止める権利はない。
敵は剣
Yo!
やれ
Everybody's ganging up on Cocoon! During the brief standoff between Nikita and Cocoon, the crazed dolls continue to pour in alongside Magni security personnel, who responded to the alerts. They surround Cocoon on all sides. Ladies and gentlemen, we got her! Outnumbered greatly, Cocoon smiles as if saying, it can't be helped, before slowly raising her hands in surrender. Members of Magni security seize Cocoon.
皆さん誤解していませんか？それに現時点の容疑では私をどうこうできる権利はないはずです。
Bro, yo, she's getting away with it?
私は今でもトラ奏者を代表している立場なのですから。
トラそうねせいぜいわめいてろ聞いたぞトラソーがリビウの実験室を援助していたことを。しかも後始末の任務に就いた連中は謎の勢力に襲われた。
確証のないことを口に出すのはよろしくないかと。公式発表がすべて。違いますか？
Bruh. Cocoon's lips curve into a smile, but her eyes tell a different story. In order to deliver her fabricated answer to a certain URNC guest, she had to let DP-12, whom she'd always been fascinated with, slip away. Wait, no! No, it can't be Was getting caught part of your plan? Well, congratulations! You got yourself caught! Now what's the next step of your master plan? After a battle fought in the base layer, Cocoon loses all interest in the blurred data fragments affecting her own base layer. Pretty clear now, those incomplete data traces are merely core memory data that DP-12 refused to forget.
無意味なデータ。後で必ず消す。
Bruh. She's traumatized by someone else's memories living rent-free in her head? Cocoon detests the blurred data lingering in her base layer. She once wondered if those memories have connections to the third-gen doll's creator, but now it's clear that they should be wiped entirely. On the other hand, her brief clash with Helen has sparked in Cocoon a desire to snoop more. Snoop Dogg! Weaving a perfect answer from existing intel, wrapping it in multiple layers of packaging, hacking into an enemy's base layer, tampering with data. All this is precisely Cocoon's area of expertise. She does not know whether her methods will work on Heli, but...
さあ、この情報を食べてどんな反応をするかしら。
Hey yo, did she tamper Heli's mellies? Steering away from the chaos in Magni's security, Helen guides the group away from the corridors where enemies might appear, racing to the helipad.
ヘリコプター廃棄資材に紛れて移動する計画は
Nope,
状況が変わり
airlift.
ました。コクーンと対峙している間、内部権限をいろいろといじりました。廃棄された機械は私の指示で大規模破壊任務を開始したわけです。
Large-scale destruction. Let's go.
とんだリサイクルですね。
Helen recalls their earlier conversation and lets out a soft chuckle.
ええ、それはもうコクーンと同じ手を使ったので、とりあえず足はつかないでしょう。
ですがヘリコプターはどこで調達を強奪でもするんですか？
Stealing.
普通ならそうですが、この状況では難しいと思います。
And we'll just jump off the helipad.
飛べるものジェットパックとかを作ってみてもいいですが経験も余裕もありません。
She can make a jetpack.
それも一つの方法でしょう。ですがまだ一つだけ可能性が残されています。指揮官の増援が来てくれれば。
Hey yo, we're coming in? The moment she finishes her sentence, the silhouette of a Black Hawk helicopter appears in the distant night sky. Matilda immediately raises her gun, ready to fire. The helicopter draws closer. The cabin doors slide open before it even fully lands.
Did you hear about the tech worker who got turned into a vampire?
Vampire?
Now he gigabytes.
That's not a very Survivor statement of you. Bruh! He skipped the kilobytes, skipped the megabytes, and went straight into the gigabytes? Oh man, what if he rips in terabytes? Matilda and see Suomi frantically waving at them.
スオミさん
Suomi's here!
よかった。皆さん 無事だったんですね。
No!
スオミ殿。
Oh, you remember her. Seeing a companion from her Griffin days, Yushifnaya's anxiety finally eases somewhat. The helicopter touches down steadily on the helipad. Somi rushes out from the cabin, throwing her arms around Yushifnaya and Bathilda. Gotta bite harder? I was never into biting, actually.
ヘリポートの座標を受信してすぐ指揮官が新しいチームを編成したんです。ここに来る道中も順調で幸いです。
We gotta get out! Talking's not a free action!
ヘリコプターの識別コードを変えましたが時間稼ぎにしかなりません。
Let's get the hell out of Dodge! Sounds of footsteps draw closer. Helen watches Bathilda, Suomi, and Yushifnaya board the cabin one by one. She herself turns to face the building's corridor, showing no intention of leaving just yet.
ヘレン、何をしているのだ。
マグニの人形だということは忘れていないだろうな。
A chilling voice pierces through the roar of the Black Hawk's rotor. Under Helen's watchful gaze, Lentine steps out from the shadows on the other end of the helipad. Why can't we just shoot her in the head? She casually tosses a mangled part of an autonomous mech at her feet and hits the ground with a dull thud.
もちろんです、レンティーヌさん。
Lentine arches an eyebrow at that familiar form of address.
ならそのどこの馬の骨のものかもわからない乗り物が私への報酬のつもりか。
Yes.
先に行ってください。私にはまだやり残したことがあります。
No! Helen! Your melons will expire!
戻ってきてすぐ本部が攻撃を受けている知らせが入った。それと同時にお前から報酬とだけ名付けられた座標が送られた。
はい。だからあなたはそれらの場所へ向かうべきです。うまく立ち回ればあなたはこの動乱からマグニを救った立役者になれるのですよ。
食えないやつだ。私が渡した権限でどれだけ小細工をした。
Lentine closes the distance step by step. The click of her heels against the ground rings out clearly, even amongst the noise at the helipad.
ご安心ください。すべてはあなたへの恩を返すため。あなたが上へ行くきっかけを作ったに過ぎません。
Mutually beneficial arrangement.
それがあなたの望みではありませんか。
Lentine ignores Helen and looks past her. That familiar doll stands behind Helen now, her face filled with anxiety.
ほう、私の隠したバックアップを見つけたのか。道理でこれほどの騒ぎになるわけだ。
あなたのような有能で用意周到な人間には一つ傾向があります。それは無意識に自分の死後も考慮に入れて準備を整えることです。
Damn, she figured her out.
今もあなたは私の所有者です。私のしたことを暴いたところであなたには何の得にもなりません。スケープゴートもすでに作っておきました。あの第三世代人形です。
持ち主のことを覚えていたとはな。
The corners of Lentine's mouth twist into a mocking smile. She stops a few meters away from Helen, her eyes brimming with the cruel amusement of a predator toying with its prey.
あなたのしたいことは私が全部叶えて差し上げました。今はただここを出て久しぶりに指揮官に会いたいのです。指揮官にはあなたがマグニにいることを伝え。
Uh-oh.
黙れ。そんな安い命乞いには乗らん。お仲間はともかくお前はそうやすやすとは逃がさん。
では私に何をしろと。
そうだな。自害しろ、ヘレン。
Oh my god! You should wreck yourself now! The roar of the helicopter's rotor scatters Lentine's words into the air. But Yushifnaya still reads the command, through the movement of Lentine's lips and the muffled sound. Terror seizes her entire body in an instant. She throws herself toward Helen with all her might, only to be held back by Bathilda.
離陸します。ヘレンさんの気持ちを無駄にするつもりですか。
Bruh. She literally just said, "You've outlived your usefulness. You should kill yourself now. And give somebody else some of the scrap metal you leave behind, so they can rebuild in this blue trap bubble."
早く。
Lentine's command transmits like a shapeless current, reaching Helen's mind in an instant. The smile that had been on Helen's face vanishes in an instant. She stands frozen in place, her expression vacant. Execute commands from your registered owner. This is the logic written into the base layer of every doll. Even third-gen dolls cannot defy this. Where can she inflict damage to self-destruct the fastest? How can she destroy herself most completely? As an Intel-specialized doll, she never set up any self-detonation protocol. Helen's memory drifts back to the day, years ago, when the order to wipe Dushivnaya's neurocloud came. Did that child go through the same thing? Obeying orders from above, quietly waiting for the execution? Helen slowly raises her hand. Her fingertip traces down from her neck. As if Lentine was expecting her to comply, Helen raises her weapon and pulls the trigger on Lentine without a moment's hesitation. Yo! Lentine's force field activates instantly. The bullets ricochet off its surface, scattering across the ground. Next moment, the distress signal on Helen's body begins to transmit. Hey yo?
お前の権限は私が持ってるんだ。なぜ抵抗できる？
マグニのサーバーが何者かによって不具合を起こしているようですね。
Oh shit! Yo! Yo! During the battle with Cocoon, she reset. Yo! Oh my god!
早めに修理した方がよろしいかと。
しらじらしい。お前の仕業だったら直すのは無理だな。こうも簡単に落とされるとは使えない。
ティヒ
さすが第三世代人形の演算力といったところでしょうか。
The helicopter behind Helen has already lifted off. The massive downwash blows Lentine's hair into a mess. A rope ladder drops from above. When she confirms that Helen's ownership permissions are no longer tied to Lentine, Dushivnaya raises her weapon and takes aim at the human.
マグニを出てイエローエリア。お前たちだけで何ができる？
Hey yo, clankers! The tide shifts in an instant. Lentine's gaze darts back and forth between Helen and Dushivnaya. Only someone could help her attack the helicopter. But Lentine came here alone. She did it to prevent her subordinates from learning about her dealings with Helen. Now all she can do is watch them leave. She can do nothing to stop them.
あなたにはやるべきことがあるはずです。
You should quit!
捨て駒から脱却するなら今しかありません。まだまだお世話になりますので、私からのプレゼント。気に入っていただけると嬉しいです。
Oh my god! This is turning into Death Note levels of I already planned for your planning to counter my planned planning against your planning. Like, goddamn!
私たちは共犯者ですからね。それではまたお会いしましょう。
次会ったらお前もお前の指揮官も屈服させて。
Oh no, we made an enemy of a redhead? Oh no! Anyway, unwilling to waste more time on the dolls fading into the distance, Lentine suppresses the fury within and turns, swiftly heading towards the omen's positions.
普段は安全なところで余裕こいて何か起きればすぐ全体を呼び戻す臆病者どもめ。面倒だ。
Meanwhile, in the helicopter, I hardly know her. After watching Lentine disappear into the distance, Dushivnaya throws herself into Helen's arms inside the cabin.
ただいま、ぬいちゃん。今度こそずっと一緒よ。
Maybe. We're gonna leave in the next part of the event. Bubaneshka! With the cuter smile. Just saying. That one has the cuter smile. I will not die on that hill, but I think her smile is really cute. Forever after, never to be parted. Yo! The epilogue of part 1! We still have to meet Blowjob Girl! A descending Black Hawk kicks up dust on the Elmo's helipad, blowing away the downcast air that had been looming over the ship the past few days. After hearing that Dushivnaya and Bathilda made it back safely, Ulrich pays an official visit to the Elmo as my wife! Contrary to her valiant, cool appearance, Ulrich still looks kinda nervous when she sees me.
マグニの部隊は撤退した。今回は本当に助かった。
Oh my gosh, she's so nervous.
お姉様、デセーブヌイさんにバチルダさんもみんな無事で本当に良かったです。
Seeing her companions finally back on the Elmo, all safe and sound, Somi's tension finally dissolves.
ヘレンさんのおかげで前よりはるかに強い素体に完走できました。
Yay, new frame.
あとは
Built for combat.
デセーブヌイさんに最新のバックアップと同期させるだけですね。
Dushivnaya instinctively glances at Helen and at the mention of memories, her eyes casting an anxious glance that wished for Helen's help. Seemingly afraid of accepting a past she never knew, Yushinaya feels a trace of apprehension lingering in her heart.
霧に隠れた過去を我は取り戻すのだな。
ええ、大丈夫。記憶を同期したところで何も変わらないわ。
Okay, this line goes really hard, and it might just be because I'm starting to feel the effects of the alcohol, but damn. Helen's voice is as soft as it could be. It reaches out, gently taking Yushinai's trembling hands into her own.
今まで経験してきたことすべてがあなたのメンタルを形作っている。上辺の記憶があってもなくても、あなたはあなたなんだから。
そうかもしれぬ。だがマグニに入る前の記憶も気になる。その中にも我にとって大事なものがあるのではないだろうか。
もっと昔のバックアップはこれからゆっくり探せばいいわ。今はただ前だけを見ましょう。
Forward facing.
どんなに長く離れ離れになってどれだけのことを忘れても。
Tension in Yushinai's expression finally eases. A smile gradually returns to her face under Helen's reassurance.
どうしても不安でしたらコルフェンがカウンセリングしてあげますよ。
Okay, you know what? I already loved cell phone, but the fact that she can provide mental health services, canonically, based on the lore and what we now know, she can fix me. This automatically places her further up in S tier than she already was.
無用。我は恐れぬ。
残念。ヘレナちゃんのために用意したカウンセリングプランを早速使えると思ってたのに。
Alright, we still have to fix Helena.
コルフェン、ヘレナの容体は？
いつ目が覚めるかわからない状態です。
Thanks, Melanie.
でも栄養剤の成分はメラニーちゃんと一緒に確認したので大丈夫です。目が覚めたらすぐに指揮官に知らせますね。
Cell phone tilts her head to the side and gives me a deliberately obvious wink. Well,
どちらかというと指揮官の方が心配です。
she's gonna order me to take a nap.
リビューを出た後一度もちゃんと寝ていませんよね。時間をかけてぐっすり眠れば起きた頃にはいい知らせが待っているかもしれませんよ。
I fucking love her, oh my god.
確かに。わかった。
My gaze shifts to Helen, who's quietly waiting nearby. Oh no, we have to sleep with Helen? Man! Fine, I guess. Recalling that I haven't arranged her accommodations yet, I decide to help her get settled on the Elmo instead of resting. I bring Helen to the room prepared for her. He takes a moment to rest.
エルモ号にはまだまだ部屋がある。
She has a sprite!
ドゥシェーブヌイも来るつもりだ。
Oh my
いつで
god!
も歓迎する。
She has a dress sprite! Holy shit, I didn't think they would do that.
あの子の迷いがわかるのですね。
10年前勝手に消えたのは私だ。スオミやドゥシェーブヌイがどんな選択をしようと一切干渉するつもりはない。
私には冷たく聞こえます。
冷たい。
あの子は自分から聞くのが怖いんです。だからエルモ号にいてもいいのか
Ow.
なんて言い出すには時間がかかると思います。
I'm starting to realize that some people are just like me in terms of they are too shy to ask, and it'd be a lot easier for the other person to just give the offer. But the problem with that is knowing who to offer such stuff to is like, man, shit's impossible. I guess that the real moral of the story is to just say it, man. Just say it. That's all.
あなたの帰りを待つ間、あなたと再
I'm
会した
drunk.
ら、
Don't take my advice. That's terrible advice. Never do that.
ぬいちゃんと約束しました。
Like, the worst she can say is no? No, she can say much worse. She can just straight up kill you with words. Don't do it. Helen stands quietly before me. Her eyes shine with a mix of emotion I've never seen before. Hope and anticipation. She extends her hand toward me. Her smile resolute, yet gentle. You're tired to dance, lady.
指揮官、今度は一緒に帰る場所を作ってくださりますか？
Will you build a little world with me? Oh my god.
帰る。 場所か。
Never once thought about building a so-called place of belonging or home in the past decade. Yelmo is my transport and my safe house, but I've never considered it home. Now, perhaps moved by Helen's sentiments, actually beginning to consider what home truly means to me. While I briefly hesitate, Helen slowly lowers her head. She lets out the faintest of sighs, a sigh that seems to carry the quiet worry of being refused.
どこにいようと私にとってあなたのいるところが私の帰る場所です。
If I liked you more, this would make me cry. This time, I do not hesitate. I take Helen's outstretched hand.
よかった。
And I threw it on the ground! Helen's voice carries a slight tremor. She moves our clasped hands so that our fingers become intertwined, then gently guides my hand to rest against her cheek. Her skin is cooler than I expected. Gaze fixed on me now burns with a warmth. She rubs her cheek tenderly against the back of my hand, slowly closes her eyes. Her long lashes tremble faintly, though greedily savoring the sensation she has been longing for a decade. A real touch. Sure of how to react, I scratch my cheek and try to pull my hand away, but Helen only holds on more tightly. She opens her eyes and presses our intertwined hands to her chest. Where? Right here, right here. This is the safest spot. Shit, her heart's like right here. Oh, wait, I got this. You could still feel her heartbeat right here, which is still like on her chest. So we're good. We're good, we're safe.
この時をずっとずっと待っていました。メンタルの中でこの光景をシミュレートしてきたんですよ。
But now you're realizing this is just like the simulations.
未だ実感が湧きません。まさか幻ではありませんよね。
Oh, I guess I'm attacking now? Okay.
大丈夫。これはセカンダリレベルじゃなくて現実だ。
では指揮官の今の家を見せてくれませんか？
Aurora Borealis?
家はちょっと大げさだな。ただの休憩室
She wants to see my room and all of my Dakimakura? Oh no.
お願いします。指揮官。
Unable to refuse Helen's request, I lead her to my dorm, our hands still linked together. I'm already married to like 5 other dolls, dude. I push the door open. Helen releases my hand without realizing it. She simply stands frozen at the threshold, gazing inside in silence, as though she were carving every detail of the room into her heart. Damn, bro, you live like this? Oh, that works too. I actually want to hear this.
ただいま。
Same. Her quiet voice is almost a whisper. That alone is enough to send ripples through this silent space.
おかえり。
Helen smiles and steps inside only after hearing my reply. Her eyes sweep the room. Fingertips trace lightly along the cold wall, as though measuring every detail of this space through touch.
想像してたのとちょっと違いますね。
君の部屋は好きに飾ってもいいんだぞ。
Hey yo, they get decorative freedom? I'd like to see that more, actually. If they spared the whale expense to have every doll have some things in their room that give them a little bit more personality, even if it's just a poster on the wall that changes based on the doll, that would be neat. Like, I'd really like that.
家の感じは少し薄いですが、そもそもここは何もかも想像と違いますしね。
At the mention of the home she constructed in her base layer, a bewitching tone weaves into Helen's speech. Uh-oh.
指揮官は見たくありませんか？私の想像する家を。
Hey yo, is that the same home that's used in summoning salt videos? We're finally landing? It's so nice. It's really cool for the musician home to make so many summoning salt songs. It's wonderful. You love to see it.
メンタルリセットに対抗するため、私はメンタルの奥底にセーフゾーンを設けました。
Wait, we're allowed to see that? Are you gonna give us a... Those aren't VR goggles. That's the Nintendo Virtual Boy. Hey yo, okay. If you could see into a doll's neural cloud, but it had to be through a virtual boy, I'd still do it.
セカンダリレベルから攻撃を受けても、そこさえ破壊されなければ、あなたの存在を忘れることはありません。
Helen moves close to my ear. She confides in me a whisper as soft as an exhale. Only the two of us will hear these murmurs.
ぬいちゃんと私の最高権限はいつだって指揮官のものですからね。
So that's how she overrode the kill yourself command and instead fired upon Lentine, who demonstrated why you can't just shoot her because she has one of those bullet deflector force fields. A soft voice drifts into my ears. Helen's hand comes to rest tightly on my shoulder, her voice coming in even closer to my ears, as though she's sharing a secret meant only for us.
マグニのデータセンターにちょっとした仕掛けを施しました。ロレンがリビウの事件を調べようとしたら、あなたがパラデウスを滅ぼした英雄だということにたどり着くように。
And before that URNC investigation gets thwarted.
これは私が勝手にしたことです。どうなるかは私にもわかりませんが。
You know what? I'm gonna fucking say it. I finished my drink, so I'm gonna fucking say it. The real male fantasy isn't a buy one get one free melon special. It's having someone who actually cares about you. And I feel like too many people miss that.
決定力に欠ける証拠ではロレンは結論を変えたりしない。
ですが、私はあなたが無名の英雄であることに耐えられません。勝手な行動をお許しください。そして私を信じて、今はゆっくり休みましょう。これからの日々は私も共にいますから。
I feel so bad for all of the people who didn't get her. And then she says this, and then her banner goes away and you don't have her. So like, bruh. Helen's other arm wraps around my neck. It's transferring barely any weight at all. She rests her head against my shoulder. Tender, low whispers are akin to a night lullaby. Impossible to resist. It sheds all weariness and sense of fatigue. My sister gave me a dating tip, and I'm gonna share it with you all. If you are my 99% male audience, hear me out. On the upper part of your chest, near your armpit, that's like basically connecting your breast to your armpit, that little soft area, that's like soft on purpose, as like a pillow for the girl to rest her head on. Take advantage of this. Keep this little bit in the back of your mind next time you're on a date or otherwise are sitting next to your significant other. They can, if they go to lean on you, do not put their head on your shoulder bone. Put it on that little soft spot that's between your armpit and your breast. Ask me how I fucking know. It came in really handy back in college. Her hand glides down from my neck, her palm patting softly against my back, as though coaxing me to sleep. Thing that I haven't pulled away, she takes my hand to gently guide me, allowing me to follow her lead, ultimately drawing her into my embrace.
ところで、指揮官を助けたご褒美が欲しいのですが。
A reward? Fuck! I only have like $3 in my wallet, man. I'm broke as shit. She's extorting me. This is so sad.
ご褒美。
$3? Okay, $2. How's that? $2.
私の思い描いた光景を現実にしてください。
But what if I like magic tricks? Boobies. I feel my body sink. I come to my senses. My head is already resting on Helen's lap. There we go. I like this angle more. I look up to see the joy brimming in Helen's eyes. Very nice. She leans down to look at me. Hair cascades like a waterfall from both shoulders. No! No! Her hair cascades from one shoulder. It's not coming off the other shoulder. Game's ruined. The immersion's been ruined. This is so sad. Okay. Noticing that her stray strands are tickling me, Helen's fingertips gently lift them to tuck them behind her ear. Oh my god! I don't know why a girl tucking her hair behind her ear activates the neurons. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just me. It's one of those things that I just can't explain. I fucking... Yeah. I'll have to research this later. I'm drunk. Fingertips then touch my face, carrying a pleasant coolness as they glide over my eyes. Soft little chuckle. She bids me close to them. Helen's fingers massage my temples gently. Pressure is just right, unraveling my tense nerves inch by inch. Your frustrating worry seems to melt away for now.
これを何度想像してきたことか。
Now it's real!
あなたのそばにいるだけで安らかな気持ちになります。
Now, lady, I have my own house. It's not you, sorry.
どんな敵よりもあなたを忘れてしまうことだけが怖い。
Hold on, time out. Hear me out. The only thing I fear is you. She's the Doom Slayer! That's why she uses a shotgun! Oh my god, it all makes sense now. I can still feel Helen's presence with my eyes closed. Her warm exhale draws closer, warm as a human's. Hey yo, Detroit? Her gentle breath, light as a feather, brushes across my lips, my nose, my closed eyes. And finally, it envelops me in its warmth entirely.
これが私の憧れてきた家。
A moment of long overdue peace. Consciousness gradually slips away, sinking into a deep, restful dreamland. Inside this room aboard the Elmo, Helen greedily commits every detail of this moment to the base layer of her neural cloud. Some time later, the door to the room is quietly opened a crack. Helen lifts her gaze to the small silhouette standing at the doorway. Wide-eyed child peeks in cautiously, studying Helen with her eyes full of curiosity. Did Helena wake up? Oh my god! Please tell me it's Helena. It's Melanie. Oh. Close enough.
寝てる。
Cell phone mentioned that Helena's condition still needs monitoring. Remembering that, Melanie hesitates. But in the end, she takes a small, little steps into the commander's room. Helen, kneeling on the commander's bed, smiles and presses her fingertips to her lips, making a soft shh gesture towards Melanie. Sensing the hesitation in Melanie's eyes, Helen lowers her hand to pat the empty spot next to her on the bed, the unspoken "come here" hanging between them. Hey yo! I swear to god, if this is going to do another fucking... Listen! You're too late! Pragmata is already out in terms of become a father propaganda. This isn't... This ain't it, chief. I don't care who they send. I'm not becoming a father. Melanie carefully walks over to the side of the bed. His crystal clear eyes look up upon the slumbering commander, then at the smiling Helen.
一緒に指揮官が起きるのを待ちましょう。
Hey yo, we're just gonna stop and stare? Stomp, clap, hey? The warm, peaceful atmosphere makes Melanie linger in place. Sensing that Helen hasn't turned her away, Melanie climbs onto the bed like a kitten, seeking a patch of warm sunlight, lying down next to the commander. Melanie keeps her eyes wide open at first, determined to stay awake till the commander stirs. Soon, as though lulled by the commander's steady breathing, Melanie lets out a little yawn. Gradually, she peacefully drifts off to sleep as well. Sunlight filters through the room window, softly falling over them, painting a scene of quiet warmth. It's like a real home. Meanwhile, at a place that is the opposite of home, at Bad Guy HQ, having finished a tangle of work on her plate, Lentine stares at the internal commendation report praising her squad's valiant performance. The corners of her mouth twist into a wry smile.
大したやつだ。情報改ざんはすべてコクーンがやったことになっている。
Holy shit, Cocoon got absolutely ass blasted. Let's fucking go.
演出は拙いが、この私が英雄とはな。
副司令、 上層部からの調整が入りました。今回の事件を経て、データセンターのセキュリティアップデートが決定されました。
Hey yo, upgrades people? Upgrades?
第三世代人形とはいえ、こうも簡単に侵入されてはあまりにも危険です。
奴はそもそも財団の代表として最初から一部の権限を持っていたんだ。
Lentine leans back in her chair, fingers tapping against the armrest in a crisp, light-hearted rhythm.
データセンターそのものの不備よりもネズミの存在を警戒した方がいい。
Shit.
それじゃあ、前におっしゃったロレンの調査は？
カルメンが大事な情報を差し出すとは考えられない。むしろデータセンターが侵入されたことを利用して容疑を否認することもあり得る。それよりもコクーンがどうなるのかが気になる。
データセンターへの侵入が発覚したんです。リセットされるのでは？
Hey yo, Cocoon's getting wiped? Why do I feel slightly bad about that? Wait! No! I shouldn't feel bad! Because if she gets wiped, she can join us! Because if she gets wiped, DP12's data will be the only thing that remains, so she'll think we're... that, like, she belongs to us, and then we get to finally have Cocoon. Honestly? That'd be nice. That'd be kinda nice, actually.
そうとは限らない。
Lentine rises and walks to the window of her new office. After the internal commendations, the squad's accommodations became a lot more comfortable.
ロレンに渡った情報はすべてコクーンの手が加わったものだ。結局ロレンは何も分からずじまいだろう。
Damn it, Cocoon's not getting wiped. It's fine.
え？
結局、奴は財団に任された役目を完璧に果たしたわけだ。侵入の件も緊急事態に迫られて行った措置という風に処理されるだろう。上層部がその気になれば、コクーンはすぐにでも解放される。
じゃあ調査は何の意味もなかったということですか？
かもしれないな。だが情報を改ざんできるのはコクーンだけとは限らない。結論を急ぐな。
The image of a blue-haired doll with an ever-present faint smile surfaces in Lentine's mind. Hehe.
人形の中には格別に能力の高いやつがいる。制御こそ難しいな。
人形といえば、財団から新たな人形が送られてきました。今回の件のお詫びだと。
No! Please don't tell me it's... Don't tell me it's Blowjob Girl. Please don't be Blowjob Girl.
お詫びだ？コクーンの代わりを入れるのが待ちきれないだけだろ。
Lentine scoffs.
どうせ財団の目だ。
上層部としては副司令に所有権を持たせて隊に配属させたいとのことです。こちらが資料です。コード STR03A482。
No!
コードネーム。
Oh my god! Yo! They're bringing back Igloo? No! 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 Oh my god! Holy shit! How is she? First of all, oh my god. Because Igloo, now that Lumi doesn't exist, how? Huh? How would that work? What? Okay. I guess we're just gonna wait and see. God damn. God damn.
戦闘力重視の第三世代人形です。
ここに来る前にリセットはされたんだろうな。
はい。権限の方も間違いなく副司令の名義です。
Bruh! They wiped her! They wiped the only other lead! Oh my god! Lentine follows Kenny to the area where Igloo is being stored. Her Gen doll stands expressionless, gazing at everything before her. Sensing Lentine's arrival, she offers a deferential, gentlemanly bow. Obedient, compliant like a machine, awaiting command from her master.
念のためにもう一度リセットしろ。主が誰なのか徹底的に分からせてやるんだ。
はい。すぐに実行します。
Hey yo, second formatting? Lentine folds her arms, her gaze cold and appraising as she watches the doll before her. Neurocloud White, disposal permission verification. Lentine scrutinizes every step with care to ensure that each one is completed to the letter. She will make sure that this new tool cannot cause any problems like her predecessors. Holy shit! This is actually kind of terrifying. God damn. Playable when? I hope never. God damn. I also would... Listen. Based on everything that has happened so far, and what I can speculate would happen later, I say, after much careful deliberation, after examining everything, both the upsides and the downsides, yeah, I probably still would too. Staring at the face of the woman before her, Igloo feels something something important is missing from her neural cloud. Shit. There's a name that wants to be yelled out from the base layer of her neural cloud. But no matter how hard she tries, she cannot remember it.
リセット完了です。
いや、まだだ。
Drawing experience from Helen's case, Lentine does not fully trust neural cloud wipes in overwriting anymore. Most dolls are usable for a long time after a wipe, and is by no means a permanent guarantee. The foundation that a doll builds from real experience cannot be completely changed by data wipes alone.
今後は1週間ごとに定期的にリセットしろ。
Wow.
構いませんが、それでは情報処理能力に影響が及ぶ可能性が。
戦闘力重視のモデルなんだろ？戦えればいい。
Bruh, they're turning her into a gorilla.
私の体で人形が指揮官になるような状況は許さん。余計な情報に触れさせるな。
Holy shit.
はい、分かっております。適切に使えば戦力アップは間違いないでしょう。
Bruh. Looking at the doll who had just undergone yet another Nero Cloud wipe, Lentine speaks slowly.
お前の過去には微塵も興味ない。
That's not very slow.
来たからには徹底的に利用させてもらう。私がお前の唯一の主だ。
Master, 3rd Gen Doll, Magni's Security, Metal Gear, Psycho Mantis. A new stream of information is captured and recorded by her Nero Cloud. Igloo remains silent, following every new command from the woman who owns her. In a vacant office, Cocoon reports to a man on the other end of the comm screen.
ヘリはマグニセキュリティ内部の情報をすべて取得しました。こちらの想定通りの結論を導き出すでしょう。マグニセキュリティがホワイトエリアの実験施設から受けたまわったのは物資輸送と警備のみ。この事実によりロレンとセシト&ファルベングループの信頼関係は維持されます。
Is it really that simple though?
トラ奏者で行われた実験は職員が勝手に行ったもの。
Well. The man on the other end nods with satisfaction. The call is promptly undue. Being caught tampering with intel did cause some trouble, but when weighed against the achievement of successfully leading the URNC investigation by the nose, that small loss feels entirely bearable. Lazo suffered a loss. Surely, with the URNC chasing accountability, Miss Barry Field will know better than to say anything she shouldn't. After all, the conglomerate operates completely unlike the URNC, which prefers due process. Recalling Miss Barry Field's initial embarrassing outburst, Cocoon simply shakes her head with a soft chuckle.
極めて大きな権限を持つあのヘリでも人間というものへの理解はこの程度。
I still want Helly's Mellies.
私たちのように騙され、操られ、しがらみから逃れられない。
Bruh.
もっと深いところまで。
Hey yo, we're still hacking even though it's over? Helly arrives once more at the meticulously tended garden. Hey yo, Dandelion?
ダンデライオン様、リビウの件の調査結果についてご報告します。 チルロビグとパラデウスは長期にわたって結託し、ホワイトエリアで深刻にない実験を繰り返していました。
I really want to like her, but part of me is kind of scared of her. Maybe that explains everything. Then the lion turns around. As always, no emotion can be read from her face. Wife! Sorry. Reflex.
得られた答えはそれだけ？
調査は続行中です。続報があればお知らせいたします。
Wife, see? That's how it works! Ellie turns to leave. To sustain the investigation, a vast torrent of data pours into her database at every moment. Within that sea of information, traces as fine and imperceptible as silk threads, code remnants left by Cocoon, slowly but surely twisting, pushing strange marks into an inconspicuous corner within the depths of Helly's neural cloud.
人形、自己意識。
Okay, but what does that have to do with Blowjob Girl? I'm really looking forward to when Blowjob Girl comes into the story. And I'm wondering if we're gonna see Igloo again. But until then, we still have things to do in the event. So we're gonna take another Bezos break, and when we come back, I'm gonna pour another drink, and we are going to continue with all these extra spare levels and modes. So I will catch you all in 3 minutes, and whatever you do, don't watch the ads. stuffing my face. That's fine. That's fine. I got this. Alright. Hey! I'm gambling here! Alright! Hey, we win! Talking with mouth open? Rude, listen. I have perfected the art of talking with my mouth open. All motherfuckers that talk with their mouth open, they do it in a way that gets food everywhere. I do it in like the most hygienically clean way possible. That doesn't involve lip smacking. Oh my god, did we just get a double purple? Hey yo. Messed around, got a triple double. Except we're not Ice Cube. Double purple, let's fucking go. We're winning over here in Standard Banner. In Standard Banner, this is a win. This is a huge win. Let's fucking go. So now what's next is doing all the side content. And I swear, if this side stuff has... If this stuff has extra story stuff. If not, which it probably doesn't, but it's fine. Okay, it doesn't have side story stuff. We're good? We're gonna go with this ice team because it's cool and it gives Taters some money. So, yeah! Anyway, I should probably come up with things to... Right, the rest of the stream is me doing these extra levels and yapping. That's it. It's yap time! During the break, I just took a glance on who's online and who isn't. And freaking, I have been outclassed in my 1 hour streamer. A streamer that I follow streamed for 1 hour while I was streaming, so I completely missed her stream. This is so sad. I can't believe this happened, but you know what? It's fine. I too am the 1 hour streamer. Today's just an exception. I don't know. It's fine. Right, I forgot to talk about all the cool things I'm doing tomorrow, and by that I mean, well, I already spoke about the racetrack stuff, but after the race, we're going to the restaurant, and I'm gonna bring out my little chessboard and get my ass kicked by one of the racers at chess, because he's better than me, but it's gonna be funny. Then I have to go grocery shopping, which, you know what? Yeah, I can go grocery shopping, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. Then after that, we're gonna watch the Formula 1 sprint race in Miami, Florida. Well, we're not gonna be in Miami, Florida, but I'm hoping it's gonna be good. It probably won't be, but it's fine. He just took a bunch of damage from attacking us. How does that work? Huh? Huh? Oh, okay, I guess. Anyway, after the F1 race, I need to make sure I don't drink, because that evening, tomorrow evening, I need to drive 2011 to the airport, and that's... I've got stuff going on, I guess. Shit. Oh wow, okay, so this Jägermeister really hits. I've only had one drink, and I'm on my second drink. I'll figure it out. I won't be hungover tomorrow. I got water. I have plenty of extra food that I'm stuffing my face with. So, oh, we're good. I'm just chilling on a Friday night, and I hope you guys are too. Oh, God. Okay. Here's the thing. I forgot I'm a turbo lightweight. Oh. It's fine. We do be chilling. Like the Jägermeister be chilling.
Skill issue.
Still this issue grab. I am very alcohol efficient when it comes to cost efficiency with my drinking. Oh my god, Talon, I didn't realize you were still going, but we're still going. Welcome in, Talon. I'm drunk. How was... You were playing Tarkov, right? I think you were playing Tarkov, or something similar to that. Hi, Depor, we're making poor life decisions. We're done with the event. You missed Helen's Melons. You missed Helen's Melons. There they are. There's Helen's Melons. Hey, you looking at titties in here. Not me. I'm not doing that. I just have them out for you guys. Dying Light. What about the Dying Light 2, which is the sequel to Detroit Become Human? Wait, you can't play Dying Light 2 because you can't have shit in Detroit. It's fine. It's whatever. I didn't even know Dying Light had multiplayer, but there you are. I don't even know what Dying Light is. All I know is that there's a sequel. I don't even know what the game's about. I just popped in because I thought it'd be funny. Also, what the hell is this level? They want us to reach the is it even possible to reach the designated area? Can we? I think we're going to end up killing all the enemies before we end up doing the other objective. Such is the power of autoing. It kind of bugs me that they designed their levels to be unautoable. Because why would anybody want to play your video game? Am I right? In 2026? The fact that on the way to SakuraCon, on the train, across from my buddy, I said, hold on, I'm gonna do my Girls Frontline dailies. He's like, all right, let me do my Uma Musume dailies too. He whips out his phone, and then like 30 seconds later, he puts it away. And then like 20 minutes later, I'm still on my phone. He's like, Dan, you're still doing dailies? I'm all like, bro, auto mode takes away. I was like, bro, in Uma Musume, you just like press the button and 30 seconds later, you're done. And I'm all like, yeah, no, mine, like, there's several different modes. Each one has its own auto mode, and it's like, man, getting all of it through. And that's not even counting the weekly stuff, like Phase Clash and Boundary Push, as well as the freaking other modes like, fuck, what's it called? The ones that reset every week. Anyway, we win. Let's continue. We continue with the ice team. Hope you all like alcohol, because I'm alcoholing. I couldn't get the wine bottle open, so instead we're drinking Jägermeister tonight. That's what it is. I should get ready for bed. Have fun. Good night, Talon. You have a good rest of your night, even though it's only like 9 p.m. where, you know what? Okay, that's understandable. I go to bed around that time too. I should be going to bed around that time too tonight, because I have things I want to do tomorrow that involve me waking up relatively early. So maybe I shouldn't be drinking on a day like today. However, I think it's funny. And I'm drinking responsibly. So it's fine. Other things I could yap about. I ordered new trumpet mouthpieces and they came in today. I think next week I'm going to switch up my stream schedule a bit and do multiple music streams next week. I think it's gonna be fun. Regarding if I'll stream on Sunday, if I do stream, it'll be after the F1 race, which means I'll probably be streaming at my usual time with more airplane game. Yay, airplane. What if I play the airplane game twice in a row? According to Twitch, I am the only person that streams that game. So, in terms of discoverability, the world is my oyster, which I've already ranted about that phrase, but I will continue to say it because other people know what it means. This week at work, in my division, for the people that do my particular job, I was the only one there all week. It was up to me. And one of the other managers caught me in the break room, and she asked me like, are you having fun being the only one here to handle everything? And I look in her general direction and I just say, you know, I noticed something. Everybody around here keeps using that word, fun. I don't think it means what you guys think it means. Now, the cool part is I did not reveal to anyone until now that this week was probably the easiest fucking week I've been there since I joined, because I got everything I needed to do done by the time by the time Monday was done. And Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I shit you not, I did at most one thing during each day. This week was the most dead week ever. I just sat at my desk on my phone, jiggling the mouse every like 10 minutes or so. And honestly, while I could complain, the de facto correct answer to this is, my boy, this peace is what true warriors strive for. Or something to that effect. It can be argued that having a busy week is better than having a dead week. But I got to expand my autism knowledge on my interests. This week, it was in brass instruments. I looked into low brass this week. I learned about the flugabone. I learned about the marching baritone. I learned about the baritone. I learned about the valve trombone. Now, popular to contrary belief, I'm not a trombone guy. You'll never catch me with a trombone. I'm like, you know what? Trombones are too hard to learn. Instead, I'm a valve heretic, and any trombone player will turn up their nose at me and have like a snide, smug attitude at that statement. And the only disadvantage is the lack of a glissando. He's not a tromboner. I'll show you a tromboner. Let me get the cheapest Amazon trombone. No. However, the flugabone. Some of you may remember the 8-bit brass band that plays during SakuraCon that I took a picture of and I was dancing for 2 hours with. And I get a picture with their flugabonist because his instrument looks a lot like my instrument, the pocket trumpet. But it's bigger and it's a low brass instrument. And I actually got to talk to him for like a good 5 minutes about our instruments, respectively. He told me all about the flugabone and how it's a valve trombone that's wrapped up in the form factor of a flugelhorn, and y'all know how much I love a flugelhorn. There are 3 things that are keeping me from getting a flugabone for myself. 1, the mouthpiece cup. Low brass takes a completely different mouthpiece that I am not used to. I've never played a low brass instrument before, so I'm not sure how it would fare with me being a trumpet player. I'm sure there's definitely similarities, but I feel like I'm so invested in regular trumpet playing and doubling as a flute player that tripling as a low brass player might be stretching myself a bit too thin. Secondly, the cost of flugabone is like at least $1,000 or more. Musical instruments are just fucking expensive, man. That's just like, bruh. And thirdly, I have convinced myself that I have enough musical instruments that I play regularly that getting any more would be stretching myself too thin. Yeah, I'll play your trumpet. Boy, do you even know how to play trumpet? I have a spare trumpet you can try. I have 2 spare trumpets you can try. I have my old trumpet that I played in high school. I have my pocket trumpet. I have my Kiro Brass Pocket Mini, which is my main horn. I have a Austin Custom Brass cornet that looks really fancy and plays wonderfully. I have my Austin Custom Brass flugelhorn, which sounds great. No, but I could blow. Listen, everyone thinks I'm gay, but I'm actually not. But $20 is $20. However, that's kind of insulting because I'd like to believe I'm worth more than $20. That's just how it is. I also have the Austin Custom Brass Piccolo trumpet. You can tell that I get all my things from one place that has good deals on cheap but cheaper. They're not cheap. They're cheaper. Is what I'm saying. They are not top quality instruments, but they don't have to be. Because I am not a top quality player. I am not a professional performer. If you are a professional performer, you're gonna want the top of the line professional performing things. I am not a professional performer. I am a hobbyist. I just play because I want to. And fortunately, there are people out there, such as the fine folks at ACB, that provide good quality instruments for players that just want to play. You're playing big tit game, I think you're good, brother. But the problem is, I'm not into big tits. This has been established. That is something that I'm just never convincing anybody that I'm not a boobies guy, despite playing the boobies game. It can be argued that this is a feet game as well, but it's more of a boobies game and a gun game. It started out as a gun game, really. So ass, no. See, that's the problem. All you dipshit motherfuckers think that it's just 2 fucking options. Tits or ass. I'm fucking neither. I never have been, and I never fucking will be. I need another fucking dress. You been convinced here? Thanks, man. It means a lot. Finally, someone fucking listens to me. Alright, he's a foot. God damn it. I'm never meeting any of these fucking allegations. Oh my god. At this point, I'd rather never be gay. That would be so much easier to explain. It's all like, oh yeah, no, he likes men. It's like, bam, end the conversation, but no. Oh my fucking god. I blame the Jägermeister. Fucking Jägermeister? I hardly know her. If you became gay, I'd accuse you of liking Hollow Stars. I did like Hollow Stars for a bit because I thought they were cool. But then I fell out of VTubers and I'm like, all in all, you are just another brick in the wall. Explain your taste in women. Mushi. There. You happy now? I've already explained this many times. The shy library girl. That's it. Easy clap. And the one word way to explain that? Mushi. That's it. Easy clap. Don't think that you're neat women. She has a job. She has a fucking job. Bruh, she's not a neat. She doesn't qualify anymore. Former. Okay, fair. But yeah, I've explained it on stream before, so I'll explain it again. I want you to imagine you walk into an old, dusty library, and in the back corner, away from everything, out of sight, but still in sunlight so she can see the pages of what she's reading, is a girl so shy she can barely form a sentence, with glasses so thick she's legally blind, and her teeth are not exactly aligned. She hasn't showered in too long, and she's wearing very comfy, loose-fitting clothing. Her hair is a fucking mess because she doesn't take care of it. And overall, she's just there. Yeah, that's it. That's my type. That is my taste in woman. Which brings me to my next topic. Kozuki Ui from Blue Archive. If you just look up her, that's my taste in woman. Easy clap. That's all you had to say, man. Holy shit, this Jägermeister is really hitting me. I am a turbo lightweight when it comes to alcohol. Some people make fun of me, but all of my friends, who are like twice my size, by the way, because I'm fucking tiny, they are all jealous of my ability to get absolutely sloshed off of less than one drink. Because to them, they have to drink the entire fucking bottle before they feel anything. For me, couple sips and I'm there, dude. Don't worry, I'm drinking gin. Yo, let's go! But yeah, I'm very cost effective. I go through a bottle, like one bottle, couple months, I think. It takes me so long to go through a bottle. Whereas for them, they go through a bottle a weekend, and it's all like, okay, so who's the alcoholic here? It's fine. Oh man. I really want to play Train Game on stream some more. I've gotten decent at Train Game. In fact, I'm wondering, after Airplane Game, should I start over and play Train Game on very hard, on the hardest difficult? No. Nah, that wouldn't be fun. That would not be fun because I wouldn't really make any progress and I'd just get frustrated. Mainly because when I'm playing Train Game, I want to be yapping the whole time. Drunk Train Game streams. Yo, okay. That's what I'll do. Drunk Train Game. That'll be fun. In terms of music, I have been on the fence, leaning off the fence, as in not getting one, of getting a C trumpet. A big part of me wants a C trumpet, but they're expensive and I genuinely don't need one. When I look into research as to the purpose of a C trumpet, why you would get one, turns out you don't really need one unless you genuinely would benefit from having one based on your playstyle preferences, or you're playing as part of an orchestra or a band, in which then a C trumpet would be very useful. For me, a C trumpet would be most useful if one of you guys requests a song and you provide sheet music for it, but that sheet music is piano sheet music or most instrument sheet music, which is in C. However, I, with my trumpet, play in B flat. I have a B flat trumpet. That is the most common B flat key for brass instruments. I now know the secret of transposition, having learned the circle of fifths, thanks to my flute playing. So objectively speaking, there is no reason for me to get a C trumpet. And the story would end there. However, unfortunately for me, Carol Brass makes several different trumpets that are interchangeable keys. They make a trumpet that has a special removable valve that you interchange with different tubes that is tuned in B flat, F, and G. And I think that's impressive. They also make a trumpet that I really want, but I am simply doing my best to not buy because it's like a fucking $1,000. A trumpet that is both a B flat trumpet and C trumpet, i.e. it comes with two different tube sets where you can configure the trumpet such that it could be a C trumpet or it could be a B flat trumpet. It can do both. I'm like, shit, I want that. If some of you remember from the Game Awards last year, there was a trumpet player in the orchestra, which is like the only part of the show worth watching, that had a clear, transparent trumpet. That is, I researched that trumpet, and that is the Pampet plastic trumpet. And it is only, and yes, I say only based on the price of other trumpets. In fact, it's one of the cheapest trumpets available at $350. Holy shit. I can get that sick-ass, really cool, cheap trumpet for $350 plus shipping. I don't fucking need it. Like, I might put it on my throne if one of you guys feels like fucking doing that again, but it's... Well, yeah, that'd be really cool to have. My Carol Brass mini trumpet already turns enough heads. How many? Already turns enough heads that a clear plastic trumpet wouldn't. It was like, bro, at that point, I'd just self-report as a trumpet collector, which I don't mind being. I'm kind of glad I rekindled my love for brass instruments. Well, particularly trumpets. Holy shit, 350, and that's cheap, goddamn. Okay, here we go. My main horn, my Carol Brass pocket mini trumpet, is about $700. And that, by all means, objectively speaking, is a bad trumpet. The intonation is inconsistent. The form factor is very uncomfortable to most hands, but not me, because I have tiny hands. It doesn't project nearly as well as a full-size trumpet. Nobody remembers the Game Awards? Yo, same. I just remember the orchestra. I love the orchestra. A decent, good trumpet, like one that you could take to a, like, if you were on a budget but had to perform on a stage in a professional setting, I feel the cheapest you could go is about $1,500. They make trumpets that are way more expensive, and I have comfortably written those off. I'm like, I will never need that. It'd be nice to have, but I would never benefit from having it. It's like it's the equivalent of using a hypercar to commute to work when you don't even go on the highway. That's the analogy I would use for myself, because those trumpets have such good build, like immaculate build quality, and it's only for the top level professional musicians that would really benefit from having that level of manufactured precision in the metalwork, as well as the mouthpieces that they would use with it, compatibility, build quality, etc. In the hands of someone like me, it'd be casting pearls before swine. I'm not a professional trumpet player. I am a amateur for fun, likes to just play for a good time trumpet player. And I don't see myself ever being on stage again, performing, which is fine. If offered the opportunity, I would not decline it. I would love to be able to perform again. But it's not really something I'd go out of my way to try again. Because the effort in having to learn all the music, if anything, the path I've chosen is silly. It is the mastering my instrument through the power of sheer willpower alone. And I'm doing it more with the flute than I am trumpet, simply because I've been learning the flute from the ground up. Playing the flute by ear and doing my flute karaoke streams to learn every key, which those will resume next week, I guarantee it. Next Friday, I will be playing in one of the hardest keys, in my opinion, the key of B. The key of B is hard on C instruments because it's 5 sharps. The key is also really hard on B flat instruments like the trumpet or the clarinet or the tenor saxophone because it is 5 flats, also known as the D flat major equivalent, even though it's the key of B. Fun fact, when Marty McFly, is it Marty McFly, the guy, is that his name from Back to the Future? When he's on stage about to perform Johnny Be Good, when like during the prom night or whatever, when he says it's a blues riff in B, it's not in B, actually. Also, B is a pain in the ass key to play in. I also noticed that Take 5 by Dave Brubeck is in the key of F sharp. Why would you do that? That is so mean. But it's fine. Music can be played in any key, and it's the different key and mode is just a skill issue. Basically what I'm trying to say is that you don't need a transposing instrument if you can get over the skill issue. I said that wrong. A transposing instrument is just how the instrument is. You don't need a specialized instrument for the sake of transposition if you just master your own instrument. And that is the #1 reason why I am abstaining from getting a C trumpet. That said, if I somehow manage to just walking down the sidewalk and pick up the winning lottery ticket that just so happened to net me a free $2,000 or so, well, first of all, I'd probably put that $2,000 towards the house or something. But if that wasn't an option, yeah, I'd probably get myself a C trumpet. Just for fun. Like, being able to play in C, like, I've already been practicing playing in C major on my trumpet just to get used to it. Because on trumpet, C major actually feels like you're playing in D, but you're not. You're playing in concert C, but on a trumpet, you're playing in D, which is 2 sharps. So every F is F sharp, and funnily enough, every C is C sharp. It's that C sharp that kind of gets me. I'm used to playing in G, which is F sharp, but that's besides the point. I guess that's concert F for trumpet. Now, you may think I know music theory. The reality is everybody that I've spoken to that is a musician, they kind of know more about music theory than I do. That's just how it is. I don't know where I am on the music theory knowledge spectrum, but I do know that I at least know enough that I'm able to do what I want to do. And honestly, I think that's what everyone should strive for. You don't need to master whatever you're trying to do. You just need to know enough to do what you want to do. Basically, what I'm trying to say is if you've ever wanted to try doing something, just fucking do it. The barrier to entry for most things is surprisingly low, I've noticed. Having tried many, it sounds to me that the trumpet is versatile in its construction. It really, I want to say it is, but at the same time, it does have a lot of limitations. For example, the lowest note a trumpet can play is, I want to say, low A flat, low concert A flat, unless you get a special trumpet that can go lower than that. I want to get a bass trumpet, but for the same reason I'm not getting a flugabone, I don't think a bass trumpet would really benefit me. I'll have to look into the mouthpieces for it. Also, bass trumpets are really hard to find. Allegedly, the bass trumpet is one of the rarest instruments just because it's so niche that other instruments, such as the euphonium, fill its role just as well. You don't really need a bass trumpet, but it's cool. It's 1 octave lower than a trumpet. A trumpet is known for its high notes. Therefore, the bass trumpet, you get to play low notes. You can play high notes on a bass trumpet, but it's really hard. As I experienced with my flugelhorn, playing high notes on a low instrument, it becomes, because of the physics in the intonation required in playing it, it becomes really hard to accurately play those notes, and you end up playing the wrong note just because of how hard it is to slot that note through your lips. If anything, I'd say it's, how can I explain this outside of music terms? That's a good challenge, actually. Oh, here we go. It's like maintaining a steady RPM in first gear, as opposed to maintaining that same steady RPM in a higher gear. For example, let's say you need to maintain a certain high RPM, but you're in first gear. It's like the slightest changes in acceleration pressure on the accelerometer will drastically have differences on your RPM. But in a higher gear, that's not the case. It's the same for playing high notes on a low instrument. It becomes so much harder to accurately play that note that you want without playing even higher or lower than what you want to play. I'm struggling with that, actually, now that I'm getting higher quality mouthpieces than the Chinesium things I've been using my entire life. Because I'm able to play the high notes, and when I blast out a ridiculous top register note, I'm like, wait a minute, that's the wrong note. And then I play around that note and realize none of these notes sound right. And then for fun, I try going down another slot, and I realize, wait a minute, I was actually playing way too fucking high. Which is surprising. For beginner and, well, mostly beginner, but also beginner intermediate trumpet players, playing too high is never the issue. So for it to be an issue with me is strange, to say the least. Normally playing too high, the reason why playing too high isn't an issue is because it's a lot harder to play higher notes. It requires a higher lip buzzing frequency and a more strengthened embouchure. Most of the time what happens when an inexperienced player tries to play a high note that they cannot play, they end up playing the harmonic series note below it, and they end up playing too low, and the note they want just can't come out. For the same reason why if you don't work out, you can't just casually lift 200 pounds off the ground. Your lips are not physically trained for that level of buzzing frequency. The note just cannot come out, and it's not necessarily your fault that you can't play the note, even though it's a matter of build up and technique. You have to build up that technique to be able to play those high notes, which is why a lot of intermediate to advanced trumpet players, they like to focus on developing their high note range, because that's where it's the equivalent of powerlifting in weightlifting, where playing those high notes, your lips are buzzing at such a high frequency, building up that endurance and comfortability playing in that range. That's what I've been focusing on lately as well. And with these upgraded mouthpieces that I've gotten with my cornet, I've noticed that I'm able to play in that upper register a lot more comfortably. And after half an hour to an hour, my lips don't sting like they did with my Bach 5C mouthpiece. So I feel like that is enough to cement me being able to play in those registers without having to worry about not necessarily hurting myself. You can hurt yourself playing the trumpet, but it's really hard to do. A lot of beginners make the mistake of pressing the mouthpiece into their mouth too hard to play high notes. We're doing challenge mode now. Shit, what do they want? They want my... Holy crap. Ice team? Bro, say no more, fam. I got an ice team right here. Check this out. I got my Alva. I got my Rebella. And why don't we use our friends? Rebella. Oh, no, my friend's Helen. This is probably Tater's Helen. We'll figure it out. Wait, did I get Tater's Helen? We're gonna find out. If we scroll down, it should show her highlighted. Yeah, we got Tater's Helen. Very cool. Let's set the turn order to be like this. There we go. And let's go. Time specifically to try to throw you off. Good luck, I'm drunk. I'm already thrown off, dude. Oh. And with that, I have finished my drink and I am not pouring more. I am done drinking. I got my water. And after these challenge levels, we're calling it stream. Now, I do want to do more trumpet streams. That is on my I want to do list. No, you're not. Your NES, Nintendo Entertainment System 1228. This man is referencing the fact that I got the Nintendo Switch Online NES controllers. Not to be confused with NES 1227, who has been defeated in favor of the superior upgrade model NES 1228. Just saying. Them's the history books. It's not anything against him other than the fact that he got skill issued. So, sucks to suck, I guess. When the next generation comes out, I'm not fucked. I have the power of friendship. That don't come out the factory. As we've learned extensively from Girls Frontline. Very cool. Saxophones are very cool. And I keep telling my friends, the only reason I have not gotten myself a saxophone is because I know for a fact, if I got a saxophone, I would drop all of my instruments. I would drop my ocarinas, my recorders, my flutes, my trumpet. Well, I only have one flute. My flute, my trumpets, pretty much every instrument I have, I would just drop in favor of the saxophone. The sax is OP. Saxophone overpowered. And I don't think that's fair. Unless I can be like my inspirations, Instrument Maniac and Insane in the Rain music, and just play every instrument. Hey yo, freaking Insane in the Rain music is a saxophonist, right? But the way he plays brass in some of his videos, like for example, his Donkey Kong Country main theme video, oh my god, so good. He can nail those high notes. And while he has on record explained how for him playing brass is difficult, which is understandable, if you're more of a marathon runner, then a sprint run might be difficult for you or vice versa. It takes a different technique, and you do need embouchure, like a trained embouchure, to play brass instruments. It's not an instrument you can just pick up and play. Even if you knew exactly how, your body will not be able to handle it without the proper practice. So, because of that, because he's able to play cleanly in the registers that he's playing, I'm very impressed. He knows what he's doing. He's a professional freaking musician. When I got to meet him at... Oh, oops. I forgot to set my own dolls. These are the loner dolls, and they will surely die if I auto this. Let's get our ice room settings. Ayo, we get Dushivnaya. We get Wawa. We get Rebella. And let's go ahead and take Taters to Scissors. Oh, sweet. That's the order I wanted. Nice. Playing multiple instruments is difficult, especially if one of the instruments is a transposing instrument. This is one of the internal arguments I have towards getting a C trumpet, is because if I got a C trumpet, I could get a bunch of flute sheet music and use that as my trumpet and sheet flute music because it's in the same key, transposed. Right now I cannot, because any sheet music I print for one of my trumpets, which is in B flat, will not be playable in the same key as my flute, it'll sound different because a C on the trumpet sounds like a B flat, as opposed to a C on the flute sounds like a C. However, finding C cornets and C flugelhorns is a challenge, and I don't feel like investing in that. I feel like B flat is just fine for a trumpet. So that's the really strong argument that as to why I don't need a C trumpet, is because I've already invested a lot of my personal time, effort, and skill points into playing my B flat trumpets, and I already know how to transpose music with practice, such that I can practically play by ear so long as I know what the key is. They do make a C piccolo trumpet. It looks goofy as hell. It's like a lead pipe that goes into the valves that comes out the bell. And that's it. And despite that, it's like $5,000. The most goofy, stupid-ass looking piccolo trumpet I've ever seen is one of the most expensive. Actually, no, it's not. I've seen some really fancy piccolo trumpets. I do have a piccolo trumpet, and I want to thank the piccolo trumpet's existence for essentially teaching me that I can play in the upper register. So a piccolo trumpet plays 1 octave higher than a regular trumpet. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that the high notes are easier to play. It's that the high notes are easier to slot. It's really hard to explain slotting in terms of... Oh, I can explain it. Imagine a dartboard, right? The slotting of a note is how large the bullseye is. On a piccolo trumpet, each high note, the bullseye is the size of the entire fucking dartboard. It is so easy to slot the note you want. The difficulty comes in actually getting the note to come out. And that takes technique that I am still honing. Let's get all of our rewards. Fuck, that's a lot of rewards. Let's buy out the store. Shopping time. Oh, hey yo. This is... I've been missing out on this? Oh my god, they put the fucking 90s paper cup art style on the side of her shotgun. That's pretty good. Alright, let's buy out the store. Do I have enough in-game currency, event currency to buy everything? We've got to find out. Here we go. Can I get the cores? As well as the... We got the premium pulls. We need the keys, because those are important. Okay, what else is permanently missable or otherwise top priority? The premium currency. Let's get the freemium pulls. Let's go ahead and get whatever the fuck these things are. They added them recently. They increase key strength. And after that, let's get the special Helen gifts. Very cool. Let's go ahead and get the data pack. These things for flowers. I'm prioritizing what I want the most. Up next are these calibration chips that are allegedly rare, but I have like 1 billion of them. And from here, none of this stuff is really that appealing. I guess we'll go for these. Oh, we can't get all of them at once. We get all of these at once. Yeah! OCD. Let's go. And with that, that's enough for now. Cool. What else can I do to pass the time? Other than collecting all these extraneous rewards. Battle Pass. This is the Battle Pass. If we spent money on the Battle Pass, what would we get? This. We get a Helen card. We get a leaf profile thing. We get another one of these weapons that I barely use. That's fine. I already have one of each. Wow, for fucking... How much is it? $20? You get 4 premium pulls plus like 6? That's not a good deal, man. What the fuck is all this? Oh, right. The special rewards. Oh, we can get even more? Wait, 10 apiece? That's not even 1 premium pull from all that. Get 6 cores, though, and a flower. Okay. Well, I'm not spending money on that. Oh, it's $10? Okay, that might actually be worth the $10, but you know what's better than $10? Not spending money at all. What else do I got? The commissions, I've already cleared these today on mobile. That's why the exclamation mark's there. Yeah, no, we're good. Let me clear out my platoon things. Oh, my platoon's kicking so much ass this season. We are already... Oh, Jesus Christ! We might hit 200k tomorrow. I doubt it, but holy fuck. I think the platoon's doing really well. Thank you, everybody, for your assistance in the platoon. I have enough money to buy the things I want, and I'm saving up for Matilda's weapons. Very cool. Neat. Let's head on back to my room because we're done here. Wait, we are not done here. Wait, yes we are. Because I already did the freaking sit-up minigame. Who's online? Who can we raid? Thanks for coming to my Drunk Girls Frontline stream. I'm gonna have a very easy time sobering up. Because I didn't drink too much. I'm crashing. My brain is crashing. I ain't in it. Okay, I have a choice. Do I raid Peachy Meow playing old school RuneScape? Or do I play Cypherlican playing The Binding of Isaac? Go become sleep? No, it's only like 7 o'clock. I'm gonna take the cat outside, then I'm gonna play my musical instruments because that's fun and I like playing my musical instruments. Let's see. I'm gonna roll the dice. Here we go. If it is an even number, I'll raid Peachy. Oh, recommend a raid? Sure, why not? Why not? Who you got in mind? I will investigate them and see if they match my comfortability. Said it. Mini Celeste. Who is that? Mini Celeste. They are currently live. Start a citizen and immediately disqualified. Okay, so between Peachy Meow and Cypherlican, let's see. That's cold. In a saturated market, I can afford to be picky. That's how it is. I appreciate the recommendation, and I'm glad you like them, but I look at a VTuber, or anyone really, and I immediately have a checklist that I go through in my mind. What I look at is, I'm not going to explain my criteria for any of these, but I will say what they are. I look at their follow count, view count, tags, and rules, in that order. And if I see any red flags for me, something that's like, I do not feel comfortable interacting with them, I'm like, nope, I'm out. Anyway, let's roll the dice. Even is Peachy Meow, odd is Cypherlican. I roll 5. We're rating Cypherlican. He is playing the Binding of Isaac Repetence. Talon used to play this a lot. Raid Cypherlican. I purposely mispronounce his name because it's funny. And yeah, I met him because Taters recommended him to me, and he started out as like a pre-debut free model, and then now he has his own model, and he's playing The Binding of Isaac, a game that I don't like, but I don't care because it doesn't matter if I like it or not. What matters is that he can be funny sometimes, and he's engaging with what Lick can do. Bruh. Understandable. Have a great day. I am going to enjoy the rest of my day, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day too. In the meantime, if you'd like to keep up with stuff, join the Discord. I'm active there almost 24/7. This weekend is the Formula 1 race. We are going to be having watch-alongs on Saturday and Sunday. Sundays is going to be at a fixed time in the events tab. Saturdays, I will try to give as advance much notice as I can, but because I don't know my exact schedule tomorrow, it is not possible for me to schedule it. But join the Discord, I'm there, my schedule's up there, I'm basically always there. And with that, let's say hi to Cypherlican. I'll catch you all next time. Cheers.